Hello. Um, I'm going live on the YouTube because I've tried to go live on Instagram and it wouldn't let me. I don't know why. I should have really got some better lighting in here. I wanted to share some joyous news with all of you. Hang on a minute. I'm going to see if I can turn on another light somehow. If we can afford it. Oh, I have turned on another light, but it's miles away from where I need it to be. Yes, I've got some joyous news to share with all of you. I can't believe it. I'm so excited. I'll tell you my joyous news, shall I? Now, some of you might know that I've mislaid my suction gauge. So a lot of the videos, I haven't been able to test the suck of various vacuum cleaners. So I'm at my mum's house at the moment, in my mum's loft. And I knew the last place I had it was at my mum's house the last time I was here. And I've been looking round, opening drawers, looking under beds, looking everywhere. And I thought, I'm going to give up. I decided to order another one. And those vacuum gauges, you can't buy them in the UK. I don't know why. My last one, well, in fact, it was a present. Some of you might remember. It was during one of my Christmas unboxings, and a lady called Monica Lewinsky sent me a suction gauge. I think she has something to do with suction. I don't know. Some of you might know who Monica Lewinsky is or was. So I was happily using it, and I lost it. So today I gave up. I went onto Amazon.com and they only had 2 left. The last time I checked, they had 10. So I thought, oh, I'll have to order one. And it had gone down $20. It was still $80. And then by the time I'd paid tax and everything and shipping to the UK, I think it was about £100. But I thought, I've got to have one. And I thought, you know what's going to happen? I'll order it and then I'll find it. And that's what's happened. Fortunately, I've managed to cancel the order. So good job they didn't get it sent out straight away. I've gone in and I've cancelled it. I've saved myself £100. Do you know where it was? Well, I'm up here amongst quite a few constellations. And I've been making some videos, obviously, here. And I needed a vacuum to use. And I knew I had this lovely constellation. So I took this constellation down. In fact, these 2 cleaners feature in the same video. Believe it or not, these 2 cleaners are both from 1980. So I filmed a video of this high power compact exclusive. And it was a bit dusty, so I needed a vacuum to get rid of the dust under the motor. And I grabbed old Connie. So I came back up into the loft with Connie to put her in the box. So there was all sorts. I've just taken all these hoses out. And what should be in the box? Can you spot it? I could have wept with joy. I found it. Look, my lovely little vacuum gauge. I'm also going to, I've been looking at these adapter things. I need to show, you see, the vacuum gauge, you'll only show sealed suction. I need to show working suction. So I've been looking at these adapters. They're called Y-piece things. They're designed for shop vac type things, workshop vacuums. So you can connect 2 hoses to 1 hose and whatever. So anyway, I've seen some, and I think there's a Bosch one, a Karcher one, there's other ones. So they sort of will fit onto the end of this, and it has 2 bits that come out and you can cap one end off. Anyway, so I just wanted to share that with you because I'm so excited. I've saved myself £100 by finding that. I'm going to kiss it because I knew that would happen though. I thought, I'll order it, I'll find it. And yes, I found it the same day I ordered a new one. But as I said, fortunately, I cancelled the order in time. So this is, you'll not see anywhere near I mean, there's other things up there. I've got Lego and Playmobil. I'm trying to sort out, you see, this is like an L-shaped attic or loft. I've got a light on over here, but I don't know if we can see much. It's a bit of a I don't know if we can see, there's all boxed hoovers in there. I can spot an American Hoover Sprint. Oh, there's the Discovery. Got a George up here. Well, it's the box for a George. Oh, some Sibos. Oh, and a lot of cobwebs. I have been up here with my mother's tickling stick, because every time I come up here I get covered in cobwebs. It's like something out of Great Expectations. Is it Mrs. Havisham, is it? Anyway, I got this, look. So I extended it, and before I ventured into the loft I went and tickled around the areas so I didn't get covered in doodahs. I've also got I've got Vacuum of the Month with me. Where is it? Been doing a bit of vacuuming. There was a lot of dead moths up here. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Ugh. Here's Vacuum of the Month. The Dysoon V12 Slim Doodah. What is it called? The absolute thing. Yeah, it's all right. I prefer it to the bigger versions. It's because of this, you know, this. I don't believe these, you know, this. I just think it's making up numbers. I just think it's like a random number generator. Absolute, I think that's the most gimmicky thing I've ever had on a vacuum. Even more gimmicky than my talking Sensortronic. That's gimmicky. Who looks at that? You know, I don't look at that when I'm cleaning. You don't. You're looking at the floor head or whatever you're cleaning. You're not focusing on that. Those numbers are absolutely meaningless. The time remaining, that's a useful thing to have, and it's also useful to know what mode you're in. But as far as that showing you the size particles, what a load of poppycock. Anyway, the auto mode works fairly well. Obviously Hoover did it with auto sense back in the 90s, didn't they? But so I'm trying to sort out, I want to sell this Electrolux, but it's an absolutely massive box. Oh, there's just so much up here. It was all tidied out, honestly. I had it all sorted, but it's very yellow. I'm going to try next summer. I'm going to make that white again, that turbo power boost, because I've had very good success with a newer retro bright technique. No more hydrogen peroxide cream. That's Playmobil. No, all I do, I use a powder, clothes powder, like Vanish or Astonish. You know, the Oxy, you get them in a tub. So if you've seen my video for the Hoover Power Drive, that had gone quite yellow and green. Anyway, I got a very big container, filled it up with warm water and put more or less a whole bucket full of Astonish powder in. Left it on a fairly bright day for about 3 or 4 hours, and it's absolutely fantastic. It restored the white bits better, and the bits that went green are more blue than they were. I put a picture on my Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you will see it there. Oh, so I was yeah, sorting out some bits and bobs. 53, well that's more. I did a 6-hour live, I think it was, on my other channel. I've had to make it private. I cried and did all sorts of silly things, so I didn't swear. But I was feeding off my comments, you see, so one thing led to another, and tears flowed, then we laughed, and then I said a lot of smutty things, and then, yes, so you can rest assured on this stream there won't be anything too naughty. because I'm on my main channel. I can't be too naughty on my main channel, can I? Because I'll get in trouble with YouTube. Look, I've got a spare handle. I don't know whether to use it for this constellation, which has got a taped handle. I got this constellation, which the handle arrived broken, but this one's beyond saving, look. So it's just up here. I'm going to use it for spares, really, that one. It had a very good toolkit, so that will come in use, but that was catastrophic. It's a shame, but never mind. And yeah, this is the latest vacuum I've unboxed. It's hard to tell, it's a bit of a grainy picture, but that's almost mint, from 1980. It was pretty good when I opened it. It was spotless. I just gave it another polish, a bit of tea-cut and a polish. And the Hoover writing's a little bit faded on that, but it's a lovely, lovely cleaner. It's an exclusive. This is the earlier version because it's got the wheel instead of the lever. So I do have a matching soft bag, junior exclusive with the headlight, but it is the later one. This is from 1980, and I think my soft bag exclusive in this color is from 82. Quite fragile now. It's even got the lower cord hook, which I've just put it up here for now. I won't be storing it like that, don't worry. It even has the original bellows, but they're starting to get a little split. I do have one pack of genuine cream colour bellows. I was saving it for my other Hoover High Power Compact, but I think I'll put it on this one. This is better with the headlight. It's a noisy motorbike outside. It's a shame I can't show you much. What's behind there? There's a lot of Lego and stuff hiding other than Playmobil. I've got quite a lot of Lego up here that I bought to assemble, and I never got round to assembling it. I've got that Friends set, you know, the Friends apartment. I've got lots of buildings. There's a Lego camper van, VW doodah. There's me Vax. My Dirt Devil handy zip. There's something under there. A Hoover something. Not sure what. 427. All sorts up here, folks. That's a Sibo something or other. Could be my Essential G. Oh, I'm not sure what that is. Oh, it's just such a mess. I'm selling that Vax. That's the Burgundy Vax. Oh, 5140. Yeah, that was leaking all over the place. Bought that off a collector and it was leaking when I opened it. Well, I showed it on the video. So I'll sell it as leaking. I'll probably get half of what I paid for it. But I don't really want it now. Somebody might want it. 64 folk watching. Let's have a look. I hope I've got a moderator here. Anyway, it'll be a lifetime ban if I see you've sworn or done anything naughty. Hello, a Roblox user. Hello, Audrey. Audrey Forbes Hamilton, everyone. We have got a celebrity here watching the stream. Audrey Forbes Hamilton, some of you may know, lives at Grantley Manor with her husband Richard DeVere. What if you're called? Well, you should be Audrey Forbes DeVere now, perhaps. I'm assuming it is a genuine Audrey. I mean, who would go on YouTube with a false name? Nobody would they? Hello, Tom Vacuum. Hello, Cosmodos. I wish people would have easier names. Cosmodos 2000, is it? Hello, Morgan YT. Hello, the effing Knight. Oh, hang on. Don't do that, Rog. Hello, Mariam. Hello, the Hoover Guy 101. Hello, Piggy Pro. Mariam says, my honey's potty about Henry. We love your channel. Hello to your son. I've got another Henry to... yes, I've got yet another Henry to unbox. I brought it with me. They're all the same, folks. It's not the Henry Quick. That is imminent. That should be this month. I've had communications from Pneumatic. I'm just hoping it doesn't come when I'm on holiday next week. I've asked if, well, it probably will be the week I'm off, you know. I should be getting one anyway. Oh, somebody's asking about the Henry Quick. I think it's well, I know the commercial Pneumatic Quick, the grey one, that is due for release mid-September, around the 15th or so. So if they're releasing that, I think the red Henry Quick should be that sort of time as well. There's a few websites that are showing the Pneumatic Quick as available, but when you try to buy it, it'll say, oh, it's a pre-order. It's not released until mid-September. Now that one comes with 2 batteries and it's a fairly high price. I'm not sure if the domestic one will come with 2 batteries. It might not be. The domestic one might not be cost as much as the commercial version. Obviously I want to get the commercial version at some point as well, depending on how good the domestic one is. To be honest, well, I have no idea what it'd be like, but we'll see. Right, hang on. You see, the trouble is when I stop talking, I lose the chat and I can't say hello. Right. Okay. Hello, Star Fox. Yo. Hello, Jane Clark. Oh, Leon. Hey, did you see my comment on the last live about an IKEA sofa? Oh, yes, I did. My mum also has an IKEA sofa in her kitchen. Also very uncomfortable. So I will not be buying an IKEA sofa. Hello, Roger. Good evening from Mr. Ruiny Fan. Is that right? I don't know. Cosmodos 2000. I'm a huge fan. Thanks to you, I got my Henry 160 and it's amazing. I got recently a Samsung Navibot. Hello, Reese Gaming Roblox. You all like Roblox, don't you? Rafeboy02. You have too many vacuums. You should give me some of them. You can buy some of them. I'll need to sell them because I'll need to heat my home and buy food. So a lot of it is going to have to go because the way things are going, well, we have a wonderful new Prime Minister in the UK. Just been announced today. She's going to sort everything out. Of course she is. So anyway, I've bought lots of candles, lots of tinned food. We've got a camping gas stove. Lots of blankets, so I think this winter we'll all be huddling up together under blankets and reading books by candlelight. So hopefully I'm going to make a load of videos and get them uploaded before all the power cuts we're supposed to be getting. And also, of course, because I've got that many rechargeable vacuums, I make sure they're all charged up so I can keep my home fairly clean until I've used up all the charge. I've been using a very good floor washer today. A Tinko one, not that silly one with all the talking and the display. It's a basic one, but wow, that video will be coming up. And I'm absolutely blown away by the Rug Doctor that I've been using it more. And out of all the carpet washers I've used, including my Bissell Big Green, that extracts more water from the carpet than anything else I've used. I'm really impressed. I mean, it's flimsy, and I think it could break quite easily if you don't look after it. But as far as extracting dirty water, it's fantastic. So I've done another video of that while I'm here, but not in this house. I've got a few videos to make this week. All right, hang on, I've lost track. Right. I should do giveaways. Well, I have done some giveaways. I did one on Instagram. I gave away a vacuum just instantly, more or less. I put a question out, somebody answered it, and they got the vacuum. If you don't follow me on Instagram, though, you don't get the giveaways. All right, hang on. You don't want to see that, do you? I'm just having to adjust myself. I have to recline because my legs were hurting and I'll go to sleep. I hope you can all hear me okay. Hopefully the Wi-Fi is reaching up into the attic. Right, hang on. I'll just try and focus on your comments because it's going too far and I can't mention you all. Just trying to get back to where you were. Okay. Yes, this is an attic loft, Sean. This is my mother's loft. What's the oldest vacuum cleaner? I can't. It might be a Hoover Dust Step Model 100 or one of those old juniors. Well, I do have a Star vacuum, but it's a hand-operated pump thing. Oh, Daisy's at the bottom of the stairs, at the bottom of the ladders, whining. You can't come up, Daisy. Hello, Jack Trainer. Hello to Justin Lyons, who's in the USA. Coco Chanel. I love those tests with the vacuum gauges because it's just something different to look at. Well, I can resume. Where have I? Oh, I've lost it again, folks. Oh, here it is. Right, I better keep hold of that. I don't want to lose it in all this mess. I found it. Probably a Kirby. I don't have any Kirbys now. I sold them. I had 3 Kirbys. I have 0 Kirbys now. Where's the Hoover Professional Dual Purpose? I've no idea, Matthew. I don't think it's here. I think that's in my storage unit. Yes, I do have way too many vacuums. I know. But I'm doing something about it. But unfortunately, I think eBay's going to be a little bit... well, with everyone in the UK worrying about how to pay their electric bills and gas bills soon, I don't think they're going to have much money left to buy vacuums. So I might have to pause the selling for a while. I'm still buying what I can because I think, well, why not? But yeah, eBay's a little bit poor at the moment. I get the odd gem like that Hoover High Power Compact that I've just shown you earlier. But there's not a lot of decent stuff on eBay at the moment. Probably for the best. I keep losing my place. That's why I'm sort of having to... I want to mention all of you, but you're too many people commenting. Brandon Duran, I remember the Dyson has no loss of suction, so I love the DC 18 Slim. So that will be my 21st birthday gift or Christmas gift from James Dyson. Oh, is he buying it for you? Well, it'll have to be a second-hand one. They're not that good performance-wise. I sold my one that I had. Star Fox says you need to make that living room decor to keep track of it. I'm not sure what that means. You'll have to explain, Star Fox. The ceiling hasn't caved in because this loft, when my mum moved in, it had a few boards, but nothing. They were terrible. There were some boards laid onto the joists. So I paid about £500 for this special loft flooring, which is on stilts. So it's on stilts, and then there's these metal joist things that go across, and then you put the board on top of that. So yeah, I am aware that there's quite a lot of weight up here. So I'm trying to get as much removed from this loft as I can, bit by bit. I'm taking a carload home with me when I go back home to sell. So every time I visit my mum's, I try and take a few back, because I can't keep them here forever. So apart from all these, I've got a storage unit, and my garage is absolutely full, plus inside my house as well. Da 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 da. Oh, crikey. I say, please stop commenting, folks, until I catch up. Right. That's like effing like £100 I've saved if I'm not buying a new suction gauge. That's 10 minutes of electricity. Zambi Tiba, do you ever imagine yourself with only one vacuum? Well, no, I have nightmares about only having... Who on earth would only have one vacuum? Even a normal person. You need more than one vacuum, really, don't you? I mean, there's no one vacuum that can do everything really well. You'd need to have a decent upright. I think you'd need to have about 5. A normal person should have at least 5. A non-collector, a decent upright, a decent cylinder cleaner or canister, a good handheld machine, possibly a wet and dry machine. Oh, then you'd need a carpet washer. These manufacturers are very good, aren't they, at making people part with their money. It certainly works for me anyway. Stop chatting, folks. Please just stop talking. I'll never catch up, and then I'll be here all night. I only went on to have a quick chat, and it's I'm having to keep scrolling down for half an hour before I can get to where... Oh, there we go. Hello, Parwaz 786. Daisy Shush. Jax Vax. Paul from Pneumatic said he knew you. He doesn't know me, Jax Vax. I don't know him. He probably knows of my channel, but he's never met me. I can tell you that now. Well, unless he's met me and not said anything. But yes, the people who work at Pneumatic, certainly in the marketing department, know of me because of my channel and all the pneumatics on it. Hello, Frost is Live. Hello, YuzTube. How many vacuums do I have? No idea. Too many. Less than I used to, although I've been buying maybe 300. I don't count them. Justin, I found special adapters. It's the Premier Mobile World Travel plug to any volts for your American vac. No, you can't use just a travel adapter. I can't use a travel adapter to power an American vacuum in a UK home. It might be, you know, it might be able to plug into a socket, but I need my big box to turn my 240 volts into 120 volts. And they're you know, about £100 or more, and it's a big heavy black box. You can't use a travel adapter, not for a vacuum, maybe for a small appliance like a shaver or something, but the vacuums need a big box. Sarah B, oh, Sarah enjoyed the chat. Yes, it got a bit naughty, the chat. Hello, Simon. Yes, that's a good idea, yes. Zambi Tiba says, vacuuming wastes too much electricity. Just pick the dirt from the carpet bare-handed. I'll try that in my next big mess test. Well, you could use a carpet sweeper. That doesn't use any electricity. Consmo says, I'm your biggest fan, Roger. They all say that. Thank you, anyway. Jace West, do you have any further? Well, I mentioned about the Henry Quick earlier. Yes, I think mid-September. Jack plays Animal Crossing. Hello. The green constellation is safe. Oh, yes. Well, I've read about using a mallet. I've read about using a baseball and a rubber mallet. I might try it. There's other things wrong with it as well. It was a big mistake, that vacuum. I won't go into it. I did make an unboxing video of it, but for reasons I'm not going to go into, it's never going to be on YouTube. I got rather a lot of abuse from the seller, accusing me of all sorts, so it's never going to be shown. You've seen it now in this live, but you won't see the proper video. I deleted it. And it was quite a funny video as well. Matthew, I can't pronounce your surname. Hey Roger, can you please tell me where the... Oh, we've done that. Done it. Have you... What is your obsession with that vacuum? It's pretty normal, boring vacuum. I've answered. I mean, I've been lots of people are asking about the Henry Quick. Mid doodah, mid September in the UK anyway, and I should be getting one from Pneumatic. Am I selling the Hoover Junior U2190? Well, I can't remember what model that is, but no, I won't be. Teresa says, we've just discovered that QVC in the US is carrying pneumatics, but they're selling them for quite a bit. Well, they will sell them more than UK. I don't know why they're so much more expensive. It could be, you know, because they have to ship them from the UK and there's going to be import charges. I believe before your president changed, your previous president was in trade talks with the UK, and there was supposed to be a free trade deal coming. Since the UK left the EU, we were allowed to sort of trade globally more. But that particular president didn't get in the second time. So I think the president you have now doesn't really like the UK. So perhaps that deal went through. It would have been good to get free trade between the UK and USA. Good for me as well, because I could import USA vacuums without paying a fortune for import charges, and then you would get lots of pneumatic vacuums at, you know, reasonable prices, sort of probably a little bit more than we pay for them. But then again, you get Miele over there and Sibo at silly prices. We don't pay anywhere near the price for Miele and Sibo. So I think it's something to do with, you know, tariffs and all sorts really bumping up the price, possibly. Right, hang on. Stop talking, please. I've lost the space now because I stopped to chat, and now I'm having to go all the way back down. All right, I've got to Teresa. Right, that was the QVC. So that's interesting. I'll have a look on QVC American website and see what they're selling them for. But that's a good sign anyway. If they start to become more widely available in the USA, you'll get them cheaper. I'm sure a lot of people would want to buy them if they were more reasonably priced. Right, I've lost your space again, honestly. Right, just right. Can you just stop your obsession about that Hoover C1417, please? I've no idea where it is. I did a video on it. I demoed it. I've got many others to show before I come back to that one, so I wouldn't bank on it. I'm sure there's other videos on YouTube you can watch. Obviously, I might pass on before I get to some of the videos I want to do, but you know, I'm trying. You're correct, Quicksilver. We better not mention the WEF on here. A lot of people won't even know what that is. Hello, Jack. Oh, a lot of people. Well, don't do any trash talking about me or anyone else in chat, please. I don't know what's happening. I don't think I've got any mods. I have got a couple, but they're probably not watching. But if I see anything naughty, you will get a ban and you won't be able to chat ever again. You know, it'll be an instant lifetime ban. So please play friendly, folks. Right, hang on then. Star Fox. Right. Hopefully, Star Fox, you've got a wrench. So if you would like to do some moderating for me, if you can see what's going on, that would be... I hope you've got it. It says you've got one. Hopefully you have. For goodness sake. You know, Zambi Tiba. Right. Do you think anyone would watch my channel if I just had one vacuum and just showed one vacuum all the time? I don't think I'd get, however so many subscribers I've got. I don't know. It's over 100,000. People watch this channel on the whole because they like to see lots of different vacuums. So yes, if I was normal and didn't like vacuum cleaners and didn't have a YouTube channel, then I could possibly just have a single vacuum. And one day maybe I will. I mean, I'm not going to keep all these. If I live to be an old man, as I get older, I'll be getting rid of more and more, because obviously I don't want someone to have to sort out all this when I'm gone. So you can't take them with you, folks. I realise that. When next Pneumatic? Well, it should be in a couple of weeks with any luck. You'll see another Pneumatic video, but I've done one fairly recently. Hello, Gail Walter. Sorry for the language, Roger. What language, Star Fox? I've not seen any. I must be missing out. Teresa, I've got a Hoover Clean Slate. It's not called Hoover Clean Slate. It's one video I might be making this week, but it's a Vax in this country. I know the one you mean. I've got one. In fact, I've just ordered one today for my sister-in-law, who needs a new carpet spot cleaner because her Bissell, the hose is split, like they all do. There's Bissell spot cleaners. So yeah, I'm sure the Hoover Clean Slate is the one I've got, but it's under the Vax brand. It's identical, but it says Vax instead of Hoover. And yeah, so that will come up. Abir Chowdhury, hi Roger, just seeing you live streaming. Have you had any luck with sorting your Sensatronic System 500? Also wondering when you sold your Audio 300. I'm not sure. I can't remember when I sold my Audio 300. Maybe in the early 2000s. No, that System 500, it's absolutely completely useless without a working hose. And the person I bought it from just absolutely messed it up. I've been trying to get a hose for it. I've got other Sensatronic hoses, but it has to be for those specific Sensatronics. So if I could get a Sensatronic hose for a System 500, then I can demo that. But they're so hard to get hold of. But I keep looking. If I ever get the hose, get it working, you will see it again. Wherever it is, I've no idea where it is. It's somewhere. Hello, Elliot Carver. Hello, Ivor Tinky Winky. Daisy's whining at the bottom of the ladders. Crikey. I keep seeing the same comments from some people. Christian Alexander, has there ever been a vacuum cleaner on a TV show or film that actually uses a sound? Oh yes, there has. At the moment I'm watching a lot of old Coronation Streets from the 80s and 90s. They seem to be sharing only a few vacuums because you see different houses having the same vacuum, and a lot of those need their bearings oiled. They've got some very old machines, and yes, they have been using the proper sound instead of dubbing over. I've actually got an old BBC record from a sound effects of different vacuum noises. I'll have to play it at some point. Hello, Charlie. Charlie is a 4-year-old vacuum fan. Darren Can, hi Roger, hope you're well and good. Do you still have the retro desk upright vac from a few years ago? You did a demo. I've been trying to find one. Yes, I've got that brown one. I've also got one in pink. They do pop up occasionally on eBay. You just have to keep looking all the time. I don't hoard vacuums. Oh, right, I'm going to get rid of that. There we go. It's a hater. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Ivor Tinky Winky has 3 vacuums and 1 carpet washer. Yes, that's normal. I'm not saying I'm normal. I'm certainly not normal to have all these vacuums. Oh, Daisy! She can't hear me. She's deaf as a post. Hello, Sam Rhodes. I've said hello to you. Jack plays Animal Crossing. No, you can't have my Hoover Jr., Mr. Hoover. Which one anyway? Brandon, I've sold my Dyson DC-18 Slim long ago. Right, Justin, don't keep going on about adapters and stuff. I've got an adapter. I can use American vacuums. I've just unboxed one last week, another Hoover Concept 1. I don't need to buy adapter. I've got a transformer, so I'm fine if I want to import American vacuums. But you can't actually use an American vacuum in the UK with a plug adapter. It needs to be a transformer. Have you, Shannon? Do you have the wrench? I hope you're using it. I can't see you in the chat anymore. I made you a moderator. I'm starting to get annoyed by some folk. I'll try and keep my cool, but they're getting. I'll have to ban them myself. I can't comment on everyone. I've got too many people talking at the moment. Let's try and change the view, and I'm going to have to change my position as well. Right, I'm kneeling up now. I don't have a favourite vacuum, Sam Rhodes. That's the most common question I'm asked. Do I have any autosave Henrys? I don't think so. I did have. Oh, Teresa says it's $400 for a Henry, but it has all the attachments in one set. Well, at least a QVC, you can get it, try it out, play with it, and send it back, can't you? But once you have a Henry in your home, most people can't bear to part with him. I'm sure they do Easy Pay, don't they? What do they call it on QVC? Do they call it Easy Pay? No, there's a special thing. There's a term QVC use, isn't there, for their when they spread the payments. I can't remember what it is. It'll be the same in America. Right, I'm way behind in the chat, so please do not keep asking the same thing, because I'm trying to get to everyone. You know, Teresa says they have the Allergy Complete and Compact so far. Well, as I said, Teresa, it's a good sign that at least they're starting to appear. If they start selling in more numbers, then I would hope the price would come down. The best vacuum collector. Are you really the best? How do you know you are? I'm sure I'm not. Eek, I'm late. Ha. Quick question. Based on what you've seen, what do you think of the Sibo BP60? Well, I don't know really. It's just a soft bagged upright battery cleaner, but it seems to be heavy, because if the weight is correct on their website, it's heavier than the X7, which is a fairly heavy machine, and I thought it'd be lighter than that, being a soft bag, so the battery must add to the weight. And it all depends on how much it is. If it's silly money, I'm not buying one. Hello, Aaron plays Minecraft. Oh yes, I will, Teresa, thank you. I will. I've added you. I hope you've got the wrench now, Teresa. What does it matter if your name is mentioned? Nobody's watching. I've said Aaron Play. I've said your name. I've said Sam Rhodes. Stop repeating yourself, please. If I say your name 3 times, does the devil appear? The Dyson videos don't get as many views as they used to. I think people are wising up to those, I think. I've answered that question. Please stop trying to get, if you want to say something, please have a question, or, you know. Here's a question from Lee's Vax. What's your opinion on the Maytag / Hoover Elite style vacuums? Well, quite good carpet cleaners, not the Elite. I've got a Maytag wind tunnel. I've got Hoover Tempo. I mean, I've got Hoover Turbo Light somewhere, which is based on one of your Elites. There. That's pretty, not very good, really. But the wind tunnels, yeah, they're pretty hefty beasts. I mean, I think I've got a Mexican one. I don't think it's made in USA. I think it was assembled in Mexico. But I've also got a later made in China one. Oh, good. Teresa must have the wrench. She's working hard to try and get the chat a bit easier for me to read. Hello, Ian Bailey. Christian Alexander, are the Bell Dry cleaners any good? No, I don't think so, from what I've seen of them. Hi, Roger. I've been watching you since I was 4, says 2010 era. Lee's Vax. I'm going to start refurbishing G-Tech air rams because I see them everywhere at the car boot for cheap, and hopefully I can make a little bit of money. Well, I don't know if that's a good idea. It depends if the batteries are faulty on them. It's not going to be cheap to fix. Have I ever tried a Rexair vacuum cleaner? Asked Flower Power. No, I haven't. Do I use the iRobot Scuba from that video a few years ago? Occasionally. I've got another one. I've got that one that I use. I also bought another new in the box one as a spare. I don't have a second favourite vacuum or a first favourite vacuum. What vacuum do I use on a daily basis? Well, at the moment, whatever's vacuum of the month this year. And it's that Dyson, this, which I've got up here because I was using it. This one is it's the one I'm using at the moment, for better or for worse. But I tend to grab a German bagged vacuum if I need something that to clean my home. That's what I would own. It would be a bagged and probably a German machine or machines if I had to restrict how many vacuums I have. Daisy, Daddy's up in the loft. Silly dog. Just trying to get. Right, I'm almost back to where I should be. Do I still like Shark? Some of them I like. They don't like me, though. They stopped giving me free ones. So I don't like them. I hate them now. No, I've still got some Sharks to show. I'm not going to rush to buy the new ones because they're too expensive at the moment. And they're too similar, the new ones that are out with the, what are they called? I've forgotten what they were called now. The ones with the little air freshener in them. That's right, Elliot, thank you. Easy Pay, QVC. Whoops, hang on. Kyle Maxwell, hi Roger. No D in Roger, Kyle. Love the videos and thank you for the free advice you provide us all. Oh, it's not free, there's a cost to everything. You have been an amazing help in my decisions on what vacuum cleaners I've chosen. Well, I hope you've liked whichever ones you've bought. Obviously, you all have your favourites and it's your money, so you buy what you like. I tell you what I like, but you might not like what I like, you see. Oh, Stratos, is it? Stratos, the new Sharks? Oh, I've just bought, folks, it's downstairs in its box. I've just bought what looks like very similar to a shark, but it's got a dust bag, a Vac Master. You'll know that in America, it's under the Kenmore brand. So I got it quite cheap, 70 something pounds. They started off at 200, so I thought I'd try it. But at least it's got a bag, but it looks like an old shark. Very similar. Darren, hi Roger, would you sell the retro? No, I'm sorry, I won't sell that. You have to check. You can't check eBay most days. You have to check eBay several times every day, even if you're on holiday, even if you're in the bath, when you're sitting on the toilet, go on eBay. Before you go to sleep, go on eBay. Just as you wake up, go on eBay. That's what I do, and that's how I managed to get hold of some very nice vacuums. Basically, you have to be on eBay all the time, because sometimes they pop up as a buy it now, and you just have to buy it straight away before someone else sees it. You will get one. Yes, Justin, I've seen the new sharks. Leeds Vac is looking for a turbo light. I wouldn't be willing to sell that one. Not the ones I'm not going to sell until, you know, I'm nearly dead will be the old Hoovers, mainly the old Hoovers I keep from the 70s, 80s and some 90s. I will be selling, you know, all the Dysons, all the Sharks, all the other brands, but mainly Hoover. I'll be keeping a few Electrolux ones as well. But Hoover is my favorite vintage brand. So the Turbo Light, because they are quite rare, I won't be selling that unless you want to give me £1,000. But did I like the DC07 when I had it? Not especially. Seem to remember it was quite loud. Prime Heretic. Oh, any recommendations for not too expensive portable? I've bought a few now, and the suction has been woeful on all of them. Thinking something to have just for desk tidying duties. You just need a vacuum for tidying your desk. Well, I've no idea. If you only want it for tidying your desk, you don't need to spend much money. You don't need something with a revolving brush, do you? Just something that sucks. Just get a little mains powered thing for £20. Can I stop repeating myself? Well, I'm repeating myself probably because I'm reading the same comments from people. Roger, how battery lasts Dyson? I don't know. Long enough. Well, it tells you how long this Dyson. Are you talking about this one? Well, it is more or less fully charged, I think. If I show you this now, I'm going to be way behind in the chat. So if I was to use it on Eco with a motorized head, let's see how much charge I've got. 50 minutes. That's good, isn't it, on Eco? On Auto, with the motorized head, just over 30. On Boost, this will be not much. Just over 8. So it is more or less fully charged now. I've used it a little bit up here. Oh, look, there's Elliot and Matt. Elliot's in Miami, Florida. So if you're in Miami, oh, he's in the pool, is he, or by the pool? If you're in Miami, folks, say hello to Elliot and Matt, who are sunning themselves. They'll probably be on Muscle Beach, not working out, just looking. LC123, hi Roger. Please can you say hello to Kobe? He's my nearly 2.5-year-old son and absolutely loves your Hoover channel for over a year now. Hello, Kobe. Hello. Okay, Star Fox is back and I see you've got a wrench. Did you know you had a wrench? I've got 2 new moderators. So thank you to my moderators. Yes, I've seen the new Sharks. They're already on the very website in the UK. The cordless and the mains powered, not available to buy, coming soon. And they're silly prices. That, you know, the top of the range cordless is 550 quid, and I think the upright's over 400. No, I won't spend that much on a Shark. But Shark will reduce them because they always do. I think there should be a law against. Shark are one of the worst for doing it. They do it in the UK. I'm not sure if they do it in America, but they advertise their cleaners at inflated prices. Would any of you pay over $500 for a Shark? Well, I wouldn't pay over £500 for one. But I know I wouldn't have to, because they will be reduced within weeks of launch, and it'll say it's an amazing offer. And they do it all the time, and it's something that gets on my goat. You don't see Sibo and Miele or Pneumatic. Pneumatic do offer discounts, you know, on various cleaners, but it's not like Shark. Shark are the worst for doing it. And people who don't look at vacuums all the time online, that like I do, they will just look for a vacuum when they need to buy a new one. Obviously, I'm looking at vacuums all the time, looking for new models, looking for discounts, looking, you know, for bargains. So I see what happens to the prices, and Shark are appalling for just pricing things really high. But somebody just looking, you know, because they need a new vacuum, might see a Shark with £200 off or even more and think, oh, it's a bargain, I'll buy it now. And yet that is probably the price it should sell for all the time. So that is very bad. And as I said, I will call out Shark for doing that. They're the worst for doing it. Right, try and get back to your chat. I'm not sure what this has got to do with vacuums. Hi, Rogie. Are you a pants on or socks on first kind of guy? If you're talking about underpants, I think the underpants are the first thing I put on when I get dressed or I get out of the shower. I put on underpants first because no one should have to see what I have there, even my dogs. I mean, Daisy turns away looking disgusted if I step out of the shower and she's in my bedroom. So yes, always pants, then socks, then, I don't know, sometimes trousers and then a shirt. Thanks for asking. Hello, Greggles Magic. Oops. Oh, Joey, again, Joey, I can't pronounce your name. I was going to ask about that Kenmore today, Roger. I've got the top model in America on sale on Amazon Prime Day for my sister for college. I liked it and think you will too, especially for the price. Well, I didn't like it when it was £200. And I'd known about it because I'd seen the Kenmore one, and then I saw it being launched as a VacMaster brand. But when I saw it reduced to, I think it was 85, I've got the pet model with the turbo brush, but then there was a further discount, so I got it for 70 something. So it arrived today actually. I'll possibly unbox it tomorrow. No, we've answered the Henry Quick. That should be out mid-September, and I will be getting it. Ring dang do. Keep a lookout on my channel. The day I get it, hopefully I'll be at home. I will put up a video as soon as I get it, just an unboxing and a quick look at it. Oh, Elliot and Matt have gone now. Look, I'm not really keen on the old Dyson's awesome vacuums. I had a DC14. I just, you know, they're not my favourites. There's not many Dysons I like. My most favourite Dyson which is one of the few I'll be keeping, is the DC-15, the first ball, just for the fact it's so complicated and odd looking. But it does, I quite like using it when I do use it. Mark Forrest, hi Rog, do you think robot mops are worth the faff? Or is a mop? No, well, a bucket, a mop and bucket is certainly not the way to go, as I proved to myself when I washed all my sister-in-law's floors today using a Tinko cordless doodah. The robot mops, I've got a few that just have a vibrating pad, and they, you know, I've got the Brava and the Brava Jet that squirt the stuff. They're okay as a novelty, but they take forever to do the job. But you know, I do veer more towards this sort of, Bissell more or less started with the Crosswave, but that sort. But the Tinko I've been using today, it was just a basic cordless Tinko floor washer. Pretty impressed with that. It's certainly better than the Vax one that I've shown, but it doesn't have a removable battery. That's one downside of the Tinko I've got. So thanks to my moderators, it's the chat's looking a little bit easier for me to keep up with. Hello, Carter Vacuums and more. I've given wrenches to two people that I've known for a while. That's why they've got. What do you mean, Star Fox? What's a wrench for? You're joking. You're joking. We call them spanners, though. I'm just using the American vernacular. You know what a wrench is, surely. Anyway, you've got powers now. You've got powers to ban folk and time them out and delete them. Roger's finding it super hard to find any old Vax in his town. Well, you probably won't find. I wouldn't find any in my town. That's why I have to go on eBay and the internet. It's okay, these Vax. I have picked two people in this chat to be moderators, but I've never met them, but I've known them for a while, and I don't think they're... Yes, you are a mod, Star Fox. You've got a gold star. Yeah. Richie YC, evening, Roger. Can you say hello to my nephew, William? Hello, nephew, William. Hello, William. He likes Henry. What's 550 quid? Oh, yes, a shark. Yes, both Star Fox and Teresa are from the land of the free, although I say that loosely. I don't think you're so free now, but anyway, let's hope we all get freedom back. Proper freedom, eh? Yes, Teresa has married an Englishman. Gregor's Magic says, I have a Hoover React powered reach light. I wish I had a way of giving it to you, Roger. Which one is that? Hoover React powered... Is that an American one? I think I know which it is. Thank you for the offer. Oh, Teresa. Oh no, Star Fox would like to move to the UK. I'm not sure you would. It's not, the UK isn't all hyacinth bouquet and are you being served, you know. It's getting worse. If you want to move to the UK, Star Fox, don't pay for well, you'd have to get an aeroplane to France, and then you can just pay a few thousand and get on a dinghy on the French coast and come to the UK in that, and then the UK government will put you up for free, give you healthcare, give you spending money, accommodation. That's what's happening at the moment. The effing night. Roger, you have some patience. Some of the folk on here and their incessant questions would do my nut right in. Well, fortunately, I think my two moderators are helping to... It was a little bit... was a little bit hectic to start with, but I am live on YouTube. I've possibly got younger people watching, so I'm trying to keep keep my anger under wraps, you know. I only came on, folks. I only came on just briefly. I wanted to go live on Instagram. Couldn't get it to work. I've lost it again. Came on briefly just to say that look what I found. I'd lost it. I ordered a new one on Amazon.com today for about 100 quid. And then I thought, when I order that, I thought, I bet you I'll find it. And I found it today. And I've been able to cancel it. So that saved me 100 quid. So that's good. And I'll need the £100 to pay my electric bill and buy some bread. Now I've lost the space now. Oh, there we go. Roger Groves, I have 2 Kirby's, 1 Bissell 1, super old Singer upright 1, newer Hoover. Oh heck, it's all moved now. I was trying to read that. My family thinks I'm strange, says Roger. I'm sure my family think I'm strange, but they're quite happy for me to shampoo their carpets and get them cheap or free vacuums for them. Do I still have the Miele that blew up? Yes, I do. Lee's Vax, I want to get another Maytag wind tunnel bagless, however they are super rare. And I'm the only known person to have it. I remember those in the shops. I've got, you know, the bagged one. Starfox hardly uses, I don't use my Crosswave now, no. Do I have any Miele Uprights? Yes, I've shown them on my channel. There's a silver one, a really old video, and there's a white one. I still have the silver one. I still have one of the white ones. I sold one of them. Gregor's Magic. I really wish vacuum manufacturers would go back to bags. They'll always be cleaner than a canister, no matter how sealed the canister is. Well, I commented on Shark USA's Instagram. They were showing the wand vac. They've now made the wand vac. I've shown that on my channel. But they now do a wand vac that when you dock it to charge, it sucks all the dirt out of it, you know, like a robot vac. So I just said, why don't you just make a couple of bagged vacuum cleaners for people that want them? So I got a response saying, thanks for your suggestion, we'll pass it on. I don't know why they can't, because, you know, as I said, I've just bought a VacMaster with a bag that's basically a Shark clone with a bag. So if another manufacturer can make a Shark clone with a bag, surely Shark can make a bagged vacuum. Just do a couple, Shark, you know. I'm sure it'd be fairly easy to adapt an existing bagless to take bags, and then we won't have the filter problems that you get with Shark, you know, having to wash the filters all the time because the cyclones are pretty ineffective. I mean, they've built out lots of new innovations, but they just seem to be ignoring the cyclones, and they just keep the same thing, and you just keep getting the filters that dirty so quick. So work on your cyclonic and filtration, Shark, but please give us a few bagged machines. I'm sure they could look a lot sleeker with a bag than those bulky canisters. I would certainly be interested in a bagged Shark. No vacuum cleaner collector fixer. I'm not keen on Swan. It's just generic Chinese machines sold under the Swan brand, which used to be a good British brand making mainly small kitchen appliances and things, and now they're just it's just a brand name selling just Chinese generic stuff. Well, I don't really know you very well, Mark. I'm not sure. I'm sure you won't be naughty. Well, all right then. Don't make me regret it, Mark. Oh, Teresa, you're the sister I never had then, if I'm like a brother. I always wanted to have a sister. So, Teresa, you can be my American sister then. Teresa wants to move to the UK to get an unlimited supply of McCoy's crisps and Tesco. Ooh, Tesco? No, Teresa, not Tesco sandwiches. I'll tell you, you want to go to Marks and Spencer. Your husband will know. I did a week's shopping at Marks and Spencer on Saturday while I'm stopping at my mum's. And everything I'm eating is absolutely delicious compared to sort of other brands. Marks and Spencer, can't beat them for food, and sandwiches especially, and well, everything I've had from M&S, can't fault it. A little bit more expensive, but I don't like Tesco. I've had McCoy's crisps, they're okay. Are you talking about? Yes, you can get bacon flavoured crisps that look like bits of bacon. Yes, that are vegan. No, I don't think. Well, I don't know what the electric bill is like at my house, Leeds Vax. I don't pay it. Well, my partner pays the bills. I give him money towards the bills, but he deals with how much they are. So it's not like I'm vacuuming all the time. Where were the Maytags sold, Roger? I think it was mainly department stores. They weren't widely available. They were supposed to be before Maytag sold Hoover to somebody else. We were supposed to be getting the Hoover Z, which I do have. Fortunately, I do have one, don't I, on my channel, but they were supposed to bring that out, the silver colour one, under the Maytag brand, but that never happened. So we just got the Maytag Satellite, the Caddy Vac, a wind tunnel bagless, a wind tunnel bagged. There was about 4 or 5, I think. Will I be doing Advent? I'm hoping to do Advent, Alex. I'm thinking about it. I've got an idea, but I can't say definitely. I am doing an Advent series on my other channel, though. But it's not a vacuum thing. Ethan, hi Roger, love your videos and have been watching them since I was 4. Can you do a George video again? Well, I've done plenty of George ones. I've got an idea of a video. I'm going to sneeze out. Oh, it's all these dusty vacuums. Roger, do you have your mum's upright vacuum? No, she's still got it. She don't use it though. Every time I come over here, even if it's for the day, I give her upstairs a good vacuuming. What made you want to do YouTube? I've no idea. Probably, well, I've been on YouTube 10 years, and before that, I was, watching other people. I don't know, it's probably seeing other people on YouTube, and I thought, well, I'll put some videos out. Oh, Daisy! And I wasn't ever going to show my face or do any videos. I just started off putting on, some old TV commercials and other bits and pieces, and then I just started making videos, and people started watching them and commenting, and I started getting a bit more confident about doing it. And that's it, you just, as you do something more and more, you get more confident doing it, and hopefully you get better at doing it. Well, I have to say I am better at doing videos than I used to be. I think most people would agree if you see some of my earlier videos when I didn't even have a tripod, which I don't at the moment because I'm on my iPad. Yeah, I know the Greggles. I know the Hoover React. I know what you mean by it. So yeah, we never got that in the UK, because anything we get in the UK that's anything like your Hoovers in the USA would be under the Vax brand. So we do get a few basically American Hoovers under Vax. I'm not all that keen on the new things, but certainly we never got the React. Oh, so no, Teresa, I've gained a sister in this live chat, and I've also gained a nephew. Gosh. Daisy, shush. Perhaps I should go downstairs. There's no vacuums down there, or is there? Oh yes, there is. I'll go downstairs, folks. I don't think I'll be on for 6 hours like I was yesterday. Oh, hang on, before I go, take this with me. That's what I came up for. Hang on. Now, if I fall down the stairs, please call an ambulance. But the way the NHS is at the moment, I'll probably be dead before they arrive. But anyway, I'm just going to unplug the light, and I'm going to reverse down some very steep ladders because my little Daisy is crying for her daddy. She's she's been in this house a lot, you know, but it is a bit strange for her. Right, goodbye vacuums. I'll be back tomorrow. Ooh, it's all dark. Right. Let's hope I don't fall. Oh, Daisy. Oh, there you are. There you are. Well, you can't see her, but she's there. Oh, you silly girl. Hang on. What's she doing? Hey? Oh, you're so demanding. Oh, I hope my mum doesn't see what I've done to her bedroom. Molly! What are you doing on my mum's bed? Get off there. What have you done? You naughty girl. You're not allowed on my mum's bed. Get down. What are you doing? Get down. Down. Naughty. Oh, she was on my bed this morning and was sick on it, weren't you? I had to wash the duvet and the cover. These are out because I've been doing things with them. I'm going to be selling that. I'm going to be selling that. I'm going to be selling that. Vax, Platinum Power. I've got a Vitronics there. That's coming back with me to sell. Now, I got these because you haven't seen it yet, but I got quite a rare Hoover cylinder cleaner that's got brown tools. And both the wands were broken here, as is often the case. And I discovered I've already got a set of brown turbo power tools, and they're the same size as the tools that came with this exclusive Hoover cylinder. So I just bought another one of these recently, just because I want the brown wand. So that's the way, if you're short of Hoover tools, there's these on eBay all the time. You know, a lot of people would have got them and hardly used them because it wasn't very effective. Oh yeah, someone who's asking about Advent. In there is an Advent calendar. It's an absolutely huge box. I'll be opening that, but on my other channel. Where are you going, Daisy? You're not getting on the bed. No. Oh dear. It's such a mess. Oh, that's the Vax. Hang on. Let's see what's in here. No, nothing of any interest. What are you up to, Molly? Naughty. I hope my big brother's not watching this. He watches everything and be telling my mum, Mum, come and look at your house. Here's the rug doctor that I've cleaned my sister-in-law's carpet with yesterday. Oh no, it was Sunday. Hang on. I just did this hallway. It gets filthy every time I come. This has been cleaned so many times on my channel. But this rug doctor is far, far better than I thought. I mean, look at the muck. Look at the muck in there. And this will be dry. I bet this is dry. I did it a couple of hours ago. Well, very slightly damp. Isn't it, Molly? Oh, and here's the box. So don't stop chatting because I won't be able to see you chat at the moment. Here's the tinker I've been using. It's a basic hard floor washer. It's very good and very sparing on solution and quieter than the Vax cordless floor washer. So I'll probably sell the Vax one. I might keep this one for myself and not sell this because I've been pretty impressed with it. I cleaned all the hard floors in my brother and sister-in-law's house. They all looked very clean, but you should have seen the colour of the water. That's in a video, of course, that will be on my channel at some point. I've been recording stuff in here, so I've got a light. Oh, here it is. Hang on. Here it is. Look. Can't believe I'm showing this messy house. This is how I mess places up. Here it is. Look. The Vacmaster Captura, which is a bagged Sibo. Sibo. Oh, a bagged shark, similar to a bagged shark. Look what I got here, look. I'll turn it on for you. hang on. Look at that. Now that was actually made, anyone in the UK will probably know this lady, Amanda Holden. She actually makes all the stuff herself in a shed at the bottom of her garden. She has her own brand of homewares called Bundleberry or something. So all Amanda's things have this little trademark there. You see that little butterfly? Not butterfly, what's that? Ladybird. So this was on QVC, and I thought, oh, that's a nice thing when I am on air. And you can get it saying home, love, disco, and I can't remember what else. They should do a few saying naughty words as well. But that's it's mirrored as well. It looks good when it's not on. So that's rather nice, isn't it? Well, Teresa, I would go on, because these are available on QVC. The disco one, it's different colours. I would have a look on QVC because in America, you never know, they might sell them there. Although they were supposed to be designed by the actress singer Amanda Holden. But yeah, it's possible they're on QVC America. And for any washing machine fans, oh heck, it's cost £2.37 for the electric today. There's the, oh, it smells of dog wee in here. I'm sorry about that, folks, if you can smell it. I've got to wash those. They've been weed on. We've got an old dog here, bless her, and she's a bit incontinent. And yeah, I better get that washed. I won't do it tonight, and I'll pop it in there. Showing my dirty washing. What is it? Sharing your dirty washing in public? Airing your dirty washing in public. You shouldn't do it. Yes, I do have a rug doctor, Lauren. Have you not seen the videos? I've shown 3 rug doctors on my channel. Anyway, I won't turn it on yet. Oh, see, this is, I bought my mum this. I've got one and I bought my mum one. This is a refurbished one. But that Tinko's better than that. That's the carpet washer I bought my mum. And there's my mum's Sibo Felix. That's really old. I think that's all my mum has in there. Oh, Daisy needs to go out. I hope. Oh, sorry, I don't want you. I won't turn the light on. You'll see all the mess. Go on then, quick. I'm not sure. Is the light going to come on? Light? Hopefully the internet is working out here. These are the vacuums I've brought with me to make videos of, and I don't think I'm going to get them all done. It says cordless Bosch AG, another Bosch is G-Tech. There's a Miele Cat and Dog, C3. There's a Henry Home. And that's my bedding that needs to go on the bed before I go to bed. And there's a lot of firewood there. My mum has a, one of those things you burn wood on. She'll need it because she won't be able to afford to put the heating on. Right, what are you doing? I'll leave the door open in case... Oh, what have I trodden on? Oh, it's just a box. Where's Millie? Oh, this is old Millie I'm looking after. You're an old dog, aren't you? She's a bit doolally tap. She'll be going. She's going to go over the Rainbow Bridge, I think, fairly soon. Bless her. Yeah, it's one of them. What's that called? A fire thing. Right, I best turn some of these lights off. All this electric. My mum will go mad. We can't put the big light on. Where's the switch? Can't put the big light on, folks, because so much electric. Right, let's I'll try and catch up with your chat, and then I best go. Right, Daisy, come and sit next to me and stop your whining. So I'll be opening that tomorrow morning. The Vac-Master Captura. They do it in bagless as well, but I wasn't interested in the bagless version. I only got that because it's bagged. But the on-air sign doesn't look so good on camera. Right, hang on. Let's try and get back to your chat. Hopefully while I've been away, my moderators have been deleting naughty folk. Right. Yes, Elliot, somebody did invent an adapter to make a Kirby bagless, and he went on a well-known, I won't give them a plug, he went on a well-known vacuum forum and was treated like absolute dirt. I left that forum after that. The man was only trying to make some money, you know, for people who wanted to make their Kirby bagless, and the amount of abuse he got. And I've remembered some of those people. Some of them were from the UK, one especially. They've got channels. I'm not going to say who they are, but I've never forgotten that. I actually contacted the man and apologized. You know, he was just trying to invent something. He was trying to do something. And all these people that absolutely slated him have probably never tried to invent anything in their lives. There's some nasty folk about. Just be nice, people. You know, you attract what you are. If you're nasty to people, even if you don't know them, if you're nasty on the internet, you'll get it back. It's called karma. I mean, I get quite cross. I just tend to block people. I sometimes have made examples of them publicly if I've been really mad, but I've never been nasty back. Right, I've gone too far back up the chat. Carter's vacuum some more is in Lancaster. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I think we went to Lancaster for one day. Well, no, it was about an hour. We had to get out of it. It was raining at the time. And then from Lancaster, we went to Morecambe, which was equally bad. We just popped to see Eric Morecambe's statue, and then we left. It was when we were on holiday nearby in the caravan. I'm sure Lancaster's a lovely place, but we didn't really care for it. I think it was Lancaster. It might not have been. Right, hang on. I've gone too far back. Oh, Mark, I don't think it's going to be a marathon live chat. Not like the other one I did. Right, that was ages ago. I'm just trying to get caught up now. Well, I'm a bit more comfortable sat here than kneeling in the loft with all the spiders. Oh, for goodness sake. Rich YC, do you not watch my channel? Roger, are you going to get a Truvox Valet battery upright? Go to my channel and in the search bar, type in Truvox and you'll see a Truvox Valet battery upright. Star Fox says, I wish I had the confidence to have a channel. I'm not the most confident person, to be honest. You do open yourself up to some nasty folk. I mean, it doesn't happen so much to me anymore. I don't know, it used to. But I think people realise that I don't take the bait and I just block. I don't talk to them. They just get blocked. So it's a shame you feel that, because I'm sure there's lots of interesting things you could do. But it is, you know, you're putting yourself out there, and you will have to expect to get some nasty folk. You have to. My skin has got a bit thicker, and as well as I've got fatter, but my skin's got thicker over the years doing YouTube. But it still hurts when you get a nasty comment. But you get more nice comments than nasty. Unfortunately, you always focus on the nasty ones, but I've had plenty of lovely comments and support through the years. So why not give it a go? because I'm sure there's plenty of things you can show that people will be interested in watching. YouTube is for everyone. You know, I love YouTube because whatever you want to find out, whatever you want to watch, normally somebody's done it on YouTube. Lee's Vax, our dog's name is Daisy. We also have another dog called Taz. Bit of an unusual name, yes. The best vacuum collector, a bit off topic, but would you ever consider going to the new ABBA Voyage show? Well, yes, as long as we can afford to. I mean, I know it's going to go on for a few years. I tried getting tickets right at the beginning and couldn't, but it's going to be very expensive. I've got to pay to get to London. Then it would be an overnight stay at least in London, and the cost of the tickets, cost of food. So probably, I don't know, it might cost £1,000 for two people. But yes, I would like to go. But I'm quite happy to just listen to their music. That's right, Mark. Just do it. You know, if you don't try it, you know, you'll probably regret it. What is the best pneumatic vacuum for woodworking? Well, any of them really. They're all much of a muchness. You could get a larger one if it's not meant to be moved around. You know, obviously if you're using it as a workshop vac and it's just like staying in one place, then you could get one of the bigger capacity ones. They do loads of commercial type metal bodied ones. But even a domestic one you could hook up for helping remove sawdust. Well, Star Fox is talking to Mark, but the thing is, just try it. I mean, I had no idea even how to upload an old video off YouTube. I didn't know, but I sort of found out, started doing it, and the more you do something, the more you get used to it and you know what to do and blah, blah. You should see some of the stuff on YouTube that people put up, and I'm thinking, well, why have you put that up? But at least they've put it up. You know, maybe nobody's really interested in watching it, but they've had a go and they've put something up. But I'm sure with all your, you know, hobbies and things, you know, your cars and your restoring your KitchenAid and all that palaver, I'm sure people like to see other people tinkering, and I'm sure you could be a good tinkerer. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Just do, as long as you're filming something you enjoy, just do it for the enjoyment of sharing your hobbies. Don't go into YouTube thinking you're going to get famous and rich, because that you won't. You know, it doesn't happen to many folk. But just if you enjoy doing it and just sharing it, and I think your confidence will build. You'll get some negative people, but you'll get far more people enjoying it. Just make sure you've got good lighting. That's the most important thing I find. Make sure people can see what you're doing, and just invest in a little tripod, whatever you're using. If you're using your phone, just gets, you know, and just see how it goes. I mean, nobody is going to be an expert at YouTube when they first start out, but you learn as you go along. Don't. Oh, I'll be going back up there, Elliot, tomorrow, so the Dyson cordless can stay up there in the loft. You know, I didn't fall, Mark, but it would have made a good bit of video, wouldn't it, if I'd fallen and broken my neck? And that would be my last. I could do my last will and testament as I was bleeding to death at the bottom of the ladders, because you're all watching. No vacuum cleaner collector fixer. It's very doubtful I'll get the Vax Platinum smartwash. I think the Gadget Show tested that and it did pretty poorly. I don't like it because you don't have any control with the solution. It puts the solution out automatically, and only on the forward pass. I like to be in control of the solution. I'm not a big fan of Vax stuff. They're pretty flimsy. Do I have the Bosch Aqua Wash? Do you mean, yeah, I probably do. If it's similar to the Zelma one I've shown on my channel, then yes, I do. The Shark Upright I bought from you. I recently, what, from me, the effing night? Did I sell you a shark? The Shark Upright I bought from you, I recently sold and got a Felix. The buyer was impressed at how clean and new looking it was despite its age. I mean, as a confirmed bachelor, of course it was. Oh, don't say you confirmed bachelor the effing night. I'm sure the right lady will come along for you one day. Molly's little tail is adorable. Well, she's not adorable when she's sick on my bed and when she eats dog poo. Then tell me how adorable she is. She's a dirty dog. Dirty. That on-air sign, I've got 3. I've got a much bigger one that I got from John Lewis ages ago, but that also looks funny on camera. And I've got a smaller one, battery operated. That only came a couple of days ago. And again, I was just flicking through and it happened to be on QVC on a clearance. And I thought, yeah, I'm getting that. It looks, you can't really tell on, it looks far better in real life, I can assure you. I'm looking at it through my iPad and that doesn't do it justice. It looks terrible there. It looks 100 times better, I can assure you, through my own eyes. It's a nice. You can put it. You can wall hang it as well. It's got a 3-meter cable. I don't know what that is in 3 meter. Well, a meter's about 3 foot. It's about a 9-foot cable. You're deleting a lot, Teresa. Thank you. Well, I had loads of lock and lock, but I don't need any more, Teresa. Oh no, goodbye, Star Fox. He's probably not heard all the nice things I've been saying. What's the best upright battery mop? So far, that Tinko that I've been using today. It's pretty impressive. It's very economical on formula. It's got an excellent self-clean feature. You don't have to put water in the tray like you do with the Bissell. It sort of consumes itself. It recycles its own stuff and swirls it about. You just press a button for 3 seconds and leave it. So anyway, that video will come up. I don't know if it's worth spending hundreds on the more fancy Tinkos with all this silly display and talking palaver. That still cleans the floor well. Well, Greggles, yeah, that was from QVC UK, so you might see it on QVC US. Well, Mark, yes, there are several different ones. You just have to select. They were, when I bought that, they said they were limited on the on-air sign. There's several, there's disco, there's home, there's bar. There's a few different ones. But yeah, it's still 32. It's still fairly expensive, but apparently it was cheap for that sort of thing. But they do look, that looks terrible in my viewfinder thing. It's much nicer in real life. Do I have insurance on your vacuums? Well, only the ones that are in the storage unit. Oh, do you watch my videos on a phone? Well, it's hardly worth me doing 4K, is it? Yes, Richie C. Yeah, I've done the TrueVox. It should come up. Because it is there. Have I tried? We don't really get many Bissell vacuums in the UK. It's Bissell are mainly carpet washers in the UK. They hardly do any vacuums. There's a cordless one, and they do a canister with a power head. No, Zachary, I trust my moderators. If my moderators are putting people in timeout, I don't think they'll be doing it for invalid reasons. Hello, Ollie. I enjoy both your channels. Well, we've talked about the Henry handheld earlier on, and mid-September is the latest I've heard. I was contacted by Pneumatic earlier in the week saying it's imminent and what address would I like it sent to. I had to give them different addresses depending on when I get it. I'm hoping it's not going to be next week because I'm on holiday in the caravan. Have I got a classic George? No, the only Georges I've got are the ones I've shown, not older ones. Yes, Lauren, I will be unboxing vacuum cleaners next year in 20 if I'm alive and YouTube is still going and we're allowed to upload on YouTube, then I will be still unboxing vacuums in 2023. Oh, Richard's found it, the Truvox. It's all right when the bag's fairly empty. It does seem to lose suction. I think the Sibo, which is sort of the only thing I can think the Sibo's similar to, I think the Sibo will be far superior because it uses that Sibo brush roll that the Felix and the X series and the power nozzles use. And I suspect it'll be more powerful suction. So I think the Sibo will be head and shoulders above the Truvox. Do I still have the Dyson V11? Yes, I've got all my Dyson handhelds starting from the DC35. The F9, yes, I bought the Shark AX950 from you. Oh, you bought a Shark from me, did you? I'm sorry about that. I was needing a vacuum and knew yours would have obviously been barely used. Obviously bought the Felix. Oh, yeah, well, the Felix is head and shoulders, isn't it? I'm sure you agree. Head and shoulders over the Shark. Roger, what would be your ideal job? I could see you as a presenter on QVC. No, my ideal job is what I do now, YouTube, because I don't have to leave my house and see all the people, and I can just stay in my little house and make videos playing with vacuums. That's ideal. That's my ideal job. So I'm doing it. Roger, could you upload a video on the Dyson Ball Animal Multifloor? No, not if it's the brand. Well, it's not new, is it? It's just revamped. I'm not planning on getting that. I've done other Dyson balls. I'm sure I've done a Dyson Animal ball. I probably could do QVC. I could just talk about something for half an hour. I'd probably get fired from QVC because I'd end up saying something naughty. This Tinko, I don't know if they still sell it, but I don't know if it's exclusive to Asda. But it was under 150. I can't remember. It was on offer. Asda also sell the solution. It's the iFloor Breeze. It's just basic. It doesn't have the LED screen or anything, or LCD screen. So that was some Asda. I'm not sure it says Asda on the box. I don't know if they still have it online, but it did go in the sale. It might be in the Asda shop if you got a larger Asda, but it certainly was its cheapest. I would not spend 400 or so on one. But for what I paid for that, I'm pretty impressed with it. Oh no, a trolley dolly. Well, no, I couldn't do that. It's glorified waiter, isn't it? Cordless vacuum, Shark or Dyson needs to be able to pick up hair without wrapping it around. I don't know, it's up to you. They've all got pros and cons. Roger, you have to tell what happened. Vacuum cleaner blows up in Miele when your dog's scared. I'm not sure what that means. I don't know. I don't think she even noticed. If Daisy was probably on the sofa asleep when it blew up a bit. Yes, Ollie, I keep checking for the Henry Quick. I also keep checking if I've had an email from Pneumatic. But yes, as I said, it is imminent. I think it'll be this month, unless something happens. It should be this month that the Henry Quick is launched. It'll be interesting to look at it in real life and try it out. I do like the fact it's bagged, but I've got a few sort of misgivings about some of the things I've seen. But until I've actually got one, used it, I can't give my full opinion. So also they might have slightly changed a few things on the production model to the pictures we've seen. It'll probably look more or less the same, but you don't know. I'm not sure why there's been delays, but we'll see. I'm not keen on the look. I don't like the look of the floor head. It looks a bit like a Vax floor head with a very narrow opening. And of course it doesn't have sort of a roller. It's not like a duo clean type floor head. Other manufacturers are doing that now. Vax is copying Shark with a duo clean roller head. So I'm not sure how well it'll clean hard floors with that sort of head on it. But it is their first cordless machine, so I expect subsequent models will be better, and hopefully after they've launched, and if it's a success, they will start producing them in the UK when their factory expansion is finished. But I'm not privy to what Pneumatic get up to. I just use their products. Oh, what's Vacuum Mad 8 done? Teresa. Well, at least well, I don't know if that's the real Vacuum Mad 8 or an imposter. Because Vacuum Mad 8 hasn't uploaded video for ages. Well, has the chat stopped? Well, 107 minutes. Well, I think it's all stopping. Oh, they keep posting an emoji. Oh, what's the emoji? Oh, you're livening up, right? Yes, I have seen the Shark Stratos. I've seen a few. They're in the UK, but not available. I've seen pictures on a UK website, but they're not available to buy at the moment. Not that tempted by them. It's not that different by the looks of it. Miele made a bad first attempt. Well, they've introduced the new HX. Is it HX2? I'm not tempted for that. Miele made the. I mean, if that was bagged, I mean, it's an awful system. The Miele, the bagless. Well, all the Miele bagless cleaners I wouldn't rate. They should have stuck to bagged cleaners. The quality of Miele has gone down quite markedly, in my opinion. Well, and my experience of Miele washers and vacuums. So yeah, it performs fairly well from what I remember. I'm probably going to sell my original one. But it's not new. This 3-in-1 design that they're claiming is new. I mean, Morphy Richards did it way before Miele. The way you can configure it as a handheld and as a mini upright, and as a traditional stick type. That's not new at all. And yeah, the pleated filter's very messy, and it's a tiny capacity. And the gold writing on my floor head rubbed off. I just wiped it with a cloth one day, and it took most of the gold paint off, which wasn't very good. Wasn't happy about that. Hello, Finley Smith. Have I seen the Dyson repair shop in Sowerby Bridge called the Cyclone Ranger? No. I know it's not Sowerby. I thought I'd say Sowerby for a joke. No, I haven't seen it in Sorby Bridge. I got a bit drunk in Sorby Bridge a few weeks ago and I've never seen it. Yes, Elliot, I saw the bagged. You could buy a bagged conversion kit for that AEG one. I never managed to get it. I couldn't find. I don't think it's available in this country. Teresa says there's nothing better than Roger's video of the goblin on the thick pile carpet. Oh, that's probably the goblin that I had to put all my weight behind to push. That's one I gave away free on an Instagram competition. I said, I can't, it was that bad, I can't even sell it to anyone. So I said, whoever wants it, answer this question. And then the person that did get the question right said he didn't want it. He didn't even want it for free. And then somebody else had it. So it was free. Might have been okay on a shorter pile carpet. No, the Tinko, well, it's not here because it's actually still down the road at my brother's house because I'm using it there. It doesn't have any buttons. Well, only has two buttons on the handle, an on-off button and a button that increases how much solution it puts down. But when I did a demo of it, made a demo today, I didn't have to press the extra solution button. It was doing a very good job. But on a very dirty floor like my mum's kitchen floor will be because it is filthy now. When I get it back from my brother's tomorrow, I'll clean my mum's kitchen floor. I might have to press the extra button. So yeah, there's only two buttons on the handle and there is a little indicator ring light on the top that shows you when it's charging and if there's a fault, but there's no fancy LED screen or anything like that. It's pretty basic, but it does the job very well. I don't know how many vacuums I have. Hundreds. Too many. Roger, do you have Shark's upright vacuum recharge? Not sure what that means. If you mean, do I have some rechargeable Sharks? Yes, just have a look on my channel. I've got a Shark playlist with all the ones I've done. Finley Smith, do I prefer the older 1200 Henry vacuums or the 620? Well, I did a video comparison, didn't I, of an older. It was a few years old Henry compared to a modern one, and the quality was better, I suppose. The quality has dropped a bit on pneumatics, but they're still pretty good. But it has dropped. Quality of the mains cable, quality of the motors. So probably the older ones are a bit better, really. Gilbert T. Codwacker, that's an unusual name. You are a Henry hero, sir, do you think? Thank you. Oh, what? You found a Tinko, did you, Richie? Is it new for £80? If it is, I'd probably go for it, you know. I paid more than 80 for that iFloor Breeze. I think somebody was selling a Breeze. I think that somebody is selling an iFloor Breeze on eBay. It's you only use a tiny. It looks like a really small capacity, the clean water tank. But you know, as I say, it's very sparing. It doesn't flood the floor, so it lasts quite a while. And you only need a tiny capful of their solution. You get a full-size bottle, as they've got the solution in online. But yeah, it's just a very small cap on the bottle, and that's all you need to put in. But yeah, so far I've only used it for the first time today, but I was, you know, pretty blown away by it, to be honest. It's better than the Bristol Crosswave and better than the Vax one. Oh well, possibly go for it. If it's the iFloor Breeze and if it's a sealed one, I think that's a good price, especially if that includes postage. Because I think if you go on Asda.com, I don't know if they've still got it. But yeah, it's the most basic Tinko. But, you know, I just don't think it's worth getting all those silly gadgets on the more expensive ones. They don't make them clean any better. After Dark 3, what's your go-to carpet shampooer, and what do you feel about the Fishtail Wand shampooers? Never really had them in the US. The Fishtail Wand shampooers, like the George, are very hard work. And obviously, because they just spray solution on and suck it up, they don't agitate, so they don't clean as well. They're only good if somebody wants an all-in-one machine. They want something that'll shampoo, pick up wet, and pick up dry. But you're better off, yeah, with an upright type carpet washer. I showed it earlier. You know, I did a video of this rug doctor fairly recently. Oh, hang on, it's in my haul. I mean, this has been out for quite a while in the US especially, and it's got a few negative reviews. It's a bit flimsy, especially compared to the commercial version. To me, though, that is better than the Mighty Pro. That's one machine I've bought. I thought, I'm just going to get it. It was cheap. It was on offer. I thought, I'll try it. It'll be a bit different. I'll end up selling it, I'm sure. But I'm not selling it. You have to look after it. It's flimsy. It's far, far better. I mean, I'm not often surprised by a vacuum or carpet washer. Normally, if I think it's not going to be that good, when I buy it, they tend not to be that good. So I've been proved wrong with this. The main reason I like it, I mean, it's very good at cleaning. I've just done the hall here because it was pretty grubby, and there's the dirt. What I like about this is the way it extracts far more liquid out of the carpet than any other carpet washer I've used. It leaves the carpet much drier. And I did the test where I poured the dirty water back into the clean water tank, and I did that with a Vax Platinum, and that Vax only picked up about a third of the water that it put down. So I made another video of this, and I did the same experiment. So I got all the dirty water and poured it back into the clean water tank, and I can get it out. Hang on, I'm showing you the wrong side of it. Oh, no, I wasn't. Can't see. Oh, there. Oh, it's upside down. Hang on. Right, that's the fill line. So when I poured in the recovered water, I'll try and put my finger roughly where it was. Anyway, this is all on video. You'll see it at some point. It was about there where my finger was. So that's the fill line, and it picked up as much water as that. And I've never had a carpet washer that's picked up that much water from the carpet. Now, negative reviews of this, people have complained the handle's broken and blah blah. I think they've been trying to push it. You're not supposed to push this cleaner forward. It's not designed to work forward and back. Just like the big rug doctor, it only works in the reverse. So if you do it properly, you follow the instructions and you pull it back slowly, while of course pressing the deep clean button. So when you press the deep clean button, not only does it spray on, but it also activates the brush roll and the other brush. And I always do, so I do one pass, start in the corner, one pass slowly back, pressing the button. If it's very dirty, then you've got the Super Boost that sprays at the back. Then when you've done one strip, you tip it back on its rear wheels, put it back to the front where you've just cleaned, and then pull it back again slowly, but of course without pressing the button. So then it's just suction, and when you're not pressing the button, the brushes aren't rotating, so it's just sucking up. And then when you've done that, go on to the next strip, slightly overlapping. That's what I've been doing. And that's, you've got to go slow. I've seen a few videos of this and they're just absolutely going far too fast. A lot of people they don't bother reading the instructions. Obviously the slower you go, the better. But also the more you can go over it, suction only, then the more dirt you'll get out. So yeah, I'm not often surprised by something I thought would be rubbish. but that has surprised me. I'm not endorsed by them. I paid for it myself, folks. You buy what you want. But that's a keeper, and I didn't think I'd be keeping that. I've still got my Bissell Big Green, which I thought was the best carpet washer going. And of course, the Bissell is better quality. But it'll be interesting. I might do a little comparison video in my living room and compare what the Bissell sucks up to compare it to the that Rug Doctor. But yeah, right, cracky, 121 minutes. I have no idea what the time is. Hang on. No, is it? It's not 10 to 11, is it? Well, I'm all alone, you see. I've no one to talk to, so I've gone live. Right. See if there's any more comments. So I've done the old carpet washer. Richie will message your page on. Well, just you don't have to message. I don't know if I'll see if it's a message. You can just post on my timeline on my I Buy Easy page with a picture. I think it probably is the same one. I'm sure I've seen them on eBay. Oh, Elliot bought the Big Green. Was spot on as I bought it. Yeah, it's still a good machine, but it's more than double the price of that Rug Doctor. I think the Big Green will probably last longer. It's certainly a lot more solid, and it feels like it would take a bit more punishment. You have to treat that red Rug Doctor with kid gloves. You know, don't abuse it. It does feel flimsy. I don't know how long it's going to last, but the performance, the cleaning and the drying performance of that is brilliant. But until I do a comparison video, I won't know for sure, but I think that does get the carpet drier than the Bissell Big Green. So who knows? I might well, and I was going to say I might sell the Big Green and keep that, but I probably will just keep the Big Green. Well, if Amazon are selling the iFloor Breeze at £400, that's ridiculous. Because that full price, well under 200 from Asda. I mean, I can't remember how much I paid for it, but it was under 150. Might have been about 130 something like that. That's the only reason I decided to go for that, because I thought, well, that seems a good price. And if Amazon want £400 for that, don't shop at Amazon. Does my mum still like the Hotpoint dishwasher? Well, she doesn't really like appliances, but it's still there. She still uses it. I ran a descaler through it yesterday on a hot wash. She doesn't do that. And I filled it with salt and rinse aid because she never uses that. So I've topped it up for her. Gregor says, I do like the older Hoovers you show from the 60s to the 90s. It's very nostalgic. I think they're the ones I enjoy doing the most. Especially 80s vacuums. Especially 80s Hoover vacuums. I made one yesterday. So yeah, I'm getting the nostalgia as I'm filming them. But yeah, my channel can get a bit Hoover heavy, if you know what I mean. So I do try and, think, well, I've put too many Hoover videos up. Even though I've got loads more I can show you, I sort of think, no, I can't really put another Hoover up. I better do another model, different make. Try to mix it up as much as I can. One time you'll see a vintage Hoover, and then you might see a brand new model after that. It's hard trying to cater for everyone on YouTube. I'm trying to cater for the collectors and the enthusiasts, but I also try to cater for people who want to buy a new vacuum or carpet washer. That's why there's different styles. I got criticized by someone because I've had free vacuums. I don't really get many free vacuums now because I don't accept free vacuums. I'm getting a Pneumatic quick free. I no longer get free stuff from Shark. But because when I get a free vacuum, you've got to tick a box in YouTube and it comes up saying paid promotion. I don't get paid anything, but because of the way YouTube do it, it will come up at the start of the video. And of course, I tell you if I've got it for free. it'll come up paid promotion, but I don't get paid a penny. I get given the item free. And I think the manufacturers who have given me free stuff have got good value, because they give free stuff to lots of people, not just YouTubers, but other influencers, or even, you know, regular folk, not just people that have YouTube channels and followers on Instagram and stuff. And some people put videos up and they're very poorly made because they don't do it all the time. You know, I'm not criticizing them, but they'll put up a few-minute video because they've got it free. But I take a long time to make the videos. Hopefully it shows, to edit, to think about what I'm doing, to make sure it looks good. So the manufacturers get full value. I mean, they get, you know, I get one free appliance and they get, you know, well, I don't know what they get from it, but I think they get their money's worth. They did get their money's worth from my videos. But no, Shark no longer. Shark have changed. Whoever used to give out the vacuums, there's somebody else working there now, so I don't get offered. I'm not going to accept them now anyway. But I got quite a bit of, not abuse. I don't think he abused me, but he didn't like it. He thought it was scripted. I don't write any scripts down, by the way. It's all off the top of my head. I also got criticised for that once, saying you should write a script, but I don't. You should see the outtakes of my videos, because I repeat the same thing over and over. I don't show that because it's boring, but today I was filming a video. I had to say the same thing, I don't know, about 20 times until I got it right. So, yes, and other people have noticed that there's different styles of videos, because I do have a different style of video, because I tend, for my vintage machines that collectors and enthusiasts would be interested in, then it's a more chatty. I'm chatting more about the history and my personal experiences to make, you know, to add a bit of interest. But when I'm doing a modern cleaner, if somebody's looking at YouTube for a review, then I have a different style where I'm more factual. So that's how I get different viewers. You know, I'm not trying to, I mean, it is a deliberate thing I'm doing, because obviously when I'm showing you an old Hoover that nobody can buy anymore, really, it's for my own interest and my enthusiasm, and I'm just there chatting about it. And but you know, people don't want all that chit chat if they just want a review on a vacuum you can buy now. So that's why there are different styles, and there are some channels out there that just do videos of machines you can buy now, and so they have their style. And there are some channels out there that are just vacuum collectors and are really only appealing to vacuum collectors. In order to get, you can either, if you want more views, then you've either got to go the way of showing a lot more current machines. But if you just on YouTube to share your enthusiasm for vacuums, then just stay doing that, whatever. But that's how I try to do both, you see. And you know, you get some criticizing for having different styles, but that's why there are different types, because some I try to be more professional and others I'm being more chatty, because I'm aiming them, you know, at different viewers, because I do have, you know, different types of people watch, because the people that watch my channels just because they need a review aren't going to be on this live stream. And normally I think on this live stream it's just going to be people who really like vacuums. That was a long answer to a quick comment from Greggles. Hello, Ickbus. Tyler says, is there going to be a demo vid? Oh, crikey. Is there going to be a demo vid for this? I'm not sure if anyone watches my channels. When I'm keeping asking, yes, there has been. Yeah, there is a demo vid of the Rug Doctor. Have you not seen it? I've already done a demo. I've done an unboxing. I'm sure I've demoed it. Yes, I demoed it. I made a white rug, black, well, dark brown. So yeah, that Rug Doctor that I've shown you earlier, the red one, that's been on my channel. There is another video of that coming up where I've shampooed a whole living room that looked quite clean. The Dyson, if you're talking about the one I'm vacuum of the month, yes, I hope to do a separate demo video of that. But yeah, that Rug Doctor's a few weeks ago. that's been on my channel. If you subscribe and click the bell, you should have seen it. Yes, I do have the Hoover Logic washer, but I daren't put it on again in case it melts. I've not really had any help over what's wrong with that. I've still got it though, but it'll probably end up at the tip. I'll get bored. Oh well, my partner will say get rid. And I've even got the that Hoover. I've got a Hoover washer, awful Chinese made thing that I did on my channel. I've still got that. I've kept it in the garage because I'm just using it to stack my AEG tumble dryer on top of. Should really try and get rid of that. Somebody might buy it for 50 quid. After Dark fee, that's pretty remarkable for such a compact machine. I quite fancy the Mighty Pro. I've always wanted one. Well, I sold mine. Didn't like it at all. To be honest, I mean, people will say that's rubbish, but in my experience, that red one cleans better than the big Mighty Pro, and it gets the carpet drier if you use it properly, and look after it. Well, I found the Mighty Pro left my carpet quite wet, and it's only got one brush, hasn't it, that vibrates back and forth. The Red Rug Doctor has the rotating brush, plus it's got the oscillating brush as well. They're quite soft brushes, but from what I've been, I've used it a fair bit since I bought it, and it's not failed to impress me. I'd never buy another big Rug Doctor. Well, I've had one, didn't like it, sold it. Certainly a choice between the big Rug Doctor and the Bissell Big Green, I'd go for the Bissell every time. Have I still got the Miele washing machine? Of course, yes, if it's the new one. And I know when it's being used because I'm not at home at the moment, but my partner is. And it comes up when I'm on my iPad when the washer's being used, and I know what program it's being used on. I could actually turn it off if I wanted to from here. Yeah, pretty happy with the washer. Have you think of a review of the Dyson Glide? If you're saying the Omni Glide, I've got one. I've filmed an unboxing. You've not seen it yet, but I haven't made a demo of it. iFloor 3 has self-cleaning function. Well, so does the iFloor Breeze. I've used the self-cleaning function today and was amazed at how dirty the water was in the tank. The self-cleaning function, all you do with that, you have to have it plugged in with a charger. You put it on the storage tray, and then you press the on-off button for 3 seconds, hold it in for 3 seconds, then it goes through this cleaning function. I emptied it before I started the cleaning function. It uses its own cleaning solution, or the clean water, to flush itself through, and the water that was in the dirty tank was really dirty, and that was just on the cleaning function, so it does work. So the Breeze does, yeah, it has the cleaning function. It just doesn't have all the silly talking and whatever the others do. There's no removable battery. I'm not sure if the more expensive ones you can take the battery out, I don't know, but if you can get the Tinko iFloor Breeze for 80 quid delivered, then it's worth going for. But I've only used it today, so I can't say what it'd be like, long term. Elliot says, yeah, Roger, the difference is your videos are objective and informative, and even though it's free from them, you get impartial. I've lost all the chat. Hang on. Oh, hang on. Oh, no. We get an impartial review from you. Perhaps Shark don't give me anything because, I mean, I did Shark Week, and out of the 7 sharks, I think I got 2 of them given, and one I was pretty scathing about. So, and sometimes I will change my mind. I might like something at the time, but something else will come along that's better, and I'll say, well, this is better now. But I think going forward, as I said, I'm accepting very few things because then people can't accuse me. There's a lot of channels that just take influencers that just take everything, just take anything they're given. And I would take anything I was given back in the early days because I couldn't believe I was getting free vacuums. But now I'm not so bothered. And the thing is, when you get a free vacuum, then you're obliged to do a review. But when I buy them myself, I can have them for ages and think, oh well, I'll review that when I feel like it. But you always feel obliged. You've got to do it pretty quick if you get given one, you know. But as I said earlier, I think they're getting a lot of good value from giving me a free vacuum than they would from giving a free vacuum to someone who's not used to making vacuum videos. I remember Dyson, they were giving vacuums out left, right, and centre to other big channels, but they weren't even vacuum related channels, you know, they were more tech channels, and they didn't really know much about vacuum cleaners. But Dyson, I know Dyson would never offer me anything free. I think I subscribe to Dyson's, you know, I tick the box on Dyson's website to get, you know, emails and stuff. I haven't had a single email. So I don't know whether they're sort of shadow banning me. I mean, they can't stop me looking on their website or buying what I want to. But I never feel like I'm getting any emails from them. I made a comment. They're still producing, they're still going to make those silly headphones, you know, with a filter thing, with a mask built in. I thought, oh, they'll forget that. That was just silly. But now they started plugging that again. So I commented under the thing on Facebook. I said, oh, well, I suppose it'll be useful when emptying one of your bagless vacuums. So I had someone laughing at that comment, and Dyson said, if you would like any help, it was a generic thing. If you would like any help, please contact us, blah, blah, blah. I thought, I don't want any help. I was just saying that when you're emptying one of your bagless vacuums, when the dust starts flying up, perhaps one of your filtering headphones might help stop the dust going up my nose. But the thing, you know when Dyson's, you know when Dyson's in trouble when they start copying Shark, and they have started doing a few Shark things, and other manufacturers are copying Shark because Shark, you know, are the best seller in the UK. So you're starting to see things that you saw first on Shark being incorporated on other makes. Right. You won't get a cameo from my mum, Teresa. She's not here. That's why I'm on. Oh, have I got 10% battery? Thanks, Greggles. Teresa says, although one channel that showed some robot vacuums with balloons and knives trying to pop the balloons in a wall was quite entertaining. Yeah, I don't tend to do those gimmicky. Well, I honestly, I don't watch many vacuum channels. 2 or 3 UK channels sometimes. And as far as YouTube goes, I don't watch any big YouTubers. And what I watch on YouTube, on the whole, is nothing to do with vacuum cleaners. No, I don't know when there'll be a demo vid. I don't really want to make my Dyson DC-15 dirty with a lot of muck. I'm sure there's a demo of an earlier Dyson DC-15 because I've had more than one. I often miss stuff on Facebook. They changed it a while ago, and it's not as easy to find stuff. I miss a load of posts on my Facebook page. I don't seem to get notifications, and I miss loads. Teresa says we very much enjoyed Shark Week. The themed weeks are really fun, like the Advent videos. It gives us something to look forward to each day. Well, as I said, I'll certainly be doing Advents on my other channel. I want to do an Advent series on iBasic as well. But you can imagine the extra work doing advents on both of my channels. If I lived on my own and could do what I want, then probably would. But you know, you have to consider the other person you live with, who, when I, you know, didn't like me doing the advents on my other channel last year, and I said it's all right. I'll do them in batches, like those sock videos. I made 5 of those at a time, and obviously I pretend that I'm filming them on the day, but I have to sort of do them in batches when I can. So when you live with someone else, you can't go mad and fill the house top to bottom with vacuums and, you know. After Dark Fee says it's good to maintain your integrity, Roger. Too many people sell out to a company and make quite poor reviews. Well, yeah, as I said, I've accepted free stuff. I don't blame anyone for especially a smaller channel who's given free things. You know, that helps them grow the channel. But there comes a point when you don't need to get the I don't need, I've got so many vacuums I've never shown you yet. I don't need the free stuff. I'd rather just not. I mean, you get negative comments if you get free stuff, but I think I don't personally. I think, although I don't do it, I don't trust when I see good reviews on Amazon for a vacuum or anything. But then when you start looking at the good reviews, you see they're part of the Amazon Vine program, which basically means they've got it free. And other reviews where they've got stuff free, there is all, you know, people might be tempted to be a bit more forgiving about any flaws because they got it free and they're hoping they'll get more stuff free. I'm not mentioning the channel, but there is a channel that I've watched who's bigging up a product that I think that is appalling. That's not working very well. How many passes do you have to make to clean the carpet? It was multiple. And I'm thinking, well, that's I won't be buying one of them. So there's always that. I'm not accusing anyone of doing that, but this is what I saw. It looked like, yeah. Why didn't you just say this isn't very good? So yeah, I don't tend to trust reviews when you see a lot of people got them free. I mean, probably I've been dropped from getting free stuff because I've been critical about not necessarily a single product, but I might have been critical subsequently about the brand or what they're producing. But I'm, you know, it's my opinion. I think I've got a bit of experience, you know, when it comes to vacuums and carpet washers because I've used so many of them. Oh, Teresa, that's right. I mentioned in another stream you might be watching. Teresa says, well, and some companies give their products out to influencers and they don't even know how to use them. Well, yes, there was on Instagram some woman was using a Shark cordless, one of these little short video things. What do they call them? Reels or whatever. I'm so old, I don't know what they are. She was using one of the digital display cordless Sharks, and she hadn't even removed the sticker off the digital display. That's just for show, you know. She didn't remove the sticker. She was using it with a sticker covering the proper display, and I thought, what? I mean, at least when I use a thing, I do know how to use it. I have to say, I just thought, and of course, I don't know. Yes, I have tried the Tinko, that one. I've made a video today. You won't see it for a bit though. Hopefully in a couple of weeks. Mark UK, I really thought the headphone from Dyson was an April Fool. So did I, but it's no. They're starting to show it again. If somebody wants to walk around with one of those on, that's up to them. No, it wasn't a hoax, and they didn't. Everyone thought it was, Elliot, but it wasn't. That Dyson air filtering headphones, they weren't. They didn't start showing those on April the 1st, and people thought it was an April Fool's joke. I think it was too early or too late. Shark has come a long way from what they used to be, Teresa. Definitely, certainly they have, but they need to make improvements. And not just, you know, putting an air freshener in the cleaner head. I'm talking about improving the cyclone or offering us some bagged machines for people that want a bagged cleaner. Leon says, I use my Henry Extra to clean my Vax blade filter. The design is awful on the blade. Yeah, the rubbish. Don't like the Vax blade. Or the Hoover blade, they're the same thing. John Powell, I'm loving the channel, and you imported me to start my own channel. I think that's the wrong word, isn't it? What? Any advice on how? Any advice and how many vacuums? I don't know how many vacuums. I don't know a count. A few hundred. But I've sold. Pardon me. I've sold some, but then I bought some, so I haven't done a count. Well, with advice on YouTube, you just I can't. You know, I never got any advice when I started. You learn as you go along. The only advice, well, if you want technical advice, I would just say make sure you've got good lighting on your videos. If you can't afford to buy a couple of lights, like this sort of thing, softbox lights, if you can't afford to get any extra lighting, then it's always best to record in natural daylight, find the brightest room in your house, or move lights like, you know, standard lamps and table lamps, move them into the room and turn those on, turn on the ceiling light. It's nothing worse than trying to watch a video and it's so dark you can hardly see anything. And get a tripod. And the sound is also important on a video. But lighting is the most, for me, I think, when you're starting out, make sure you get the lighting right. And then just start filming stuff you enjoy, and then, you know, you will find other people enjoying it. Don't go on YouTube thinking you're going to be famous or you're going to make loads of money. Some people do, but not many people. But just start off, get feedback from your viewers, but don't. The worst thing you can do is try and change who you are, change what you do to please others. You've got to do it initially when you start on YouTube. Just do it because you enjoy it. That's all I'll say. And as you get more and more viewers, then you can. I know what videos of mine are popular. I know what certain videos. So, you know, when my numbers are down 1 month, I know what sort of brands I need to put up to sort of boost my viewing figures for that month. I'm sure many of you will know my popular videos are. So that does sometimes nudge me to do, but then I will also do a video that I know will not be popular with a lot of people, but it will be popular with a smaller group of vacuum enthusiasts. So I do that as well. Sometimes I just make a video because I really want to show a vacuum and really enjoy using it. So yeah, just start it. We had Shannon on earlier. I think he's gone to have something to eat. He wants to start a YouTube video channel, but not really sure. And I said, well, just try. You know, he's into, you know, he likes to do a lot of hobbies and things. Just show what you like doing. Just share your hobbies, and your enthusiasm does shine through, and people, you know, will sort of be attracted to, you know, oh, he knows his stuff, he's enjoying it, and there's always going to be people that like what you like. I mean, who would know? When I grew up, I didn't think there'd be other people that liked vacuum cleaners. We didn't have internet. I was the weirdo at school asking to see vacuums and going around my friends' houses and having a look in the cupboard under the stairs to see what vacuum they had. I was a right weirdo. But with YouTube and the internet, there's lots of us weirdos, isn't there now? So, you know, no matter what you're into, there'll be other people that like what you like. So just, you know, share it and enjoy it. That's my advice. Some woman was showing a Hoover carpet cleaner and I couldn't remove my hand from my forehead. Yes, well, she's probably doing it wrong, wasn't she? Well, there's always the 12 days, isn't there, Teresa? Instead of doing the full 24, there's the 12 days of Christmas. I've got a sort of an inkling of an idea for iBasic that involves an advent calendar, but not one I buy. It'll be an advent calendar that I fill myself with vacuum related things. So possibly when I open, if I get one of these empty advent calendars, I could open a drawer and there's a little thing in there that's related to a vacuum and I can talk about it. Or there might be something in there that is a sort of a link to show you something else, maybe there'll just be a vacuum belt and I'll say, oh, that's for a Hoover so and so, I need to put a belt in that, and then I'll do a video putting the belt in and then it'll show the vacuum. I'm thinking that sort of thing, but I can't guarantee it. It depends what's going on in the world and in my life. Which is the best vacuum for the deep plush carpet? Well, all the Sibos work well because they adjust. The X series, the Felix works on that carpet on the highest setting. I have to reduce the suction slightly on the Felix. The Sibo with the power heads, again, I have to have them on the high setting, reduce the suction. They work. All my vintage Hoover uprights work well on that carpet. The Vorwerk vacuum of the month, the battery powered one, that worked well on it. It's just the Dysons don't work unless they're on eco. So the Dyson I'm using at the moment is okay on it. It picks up quite well, but I can't go above eco setting on that because it'll just stall the brush. So yeah, for modern cleaners, the Sibos and some of the Sharks, the Duo Clean Sharks, push quite easily on that carpet. Sometimes I have to reduce the suction a bit. The Sharks that don't have Duo Clean, forget it. They're very hard to push on that sort of carpet. But with the soft roller, it does help move them along. I would advise not buying a Saxony carpet. I regret that. The carpet that's in my mum's living room now has got a bit of a pile to it, but it's far more practical. And most vacuums work well. Every vacuum I've used on it is fine. Hello, I'm from Turkey. Says Barris. Is that Barris? Oh, Mark's deleted Barris. What's he been doing? Has he been naughty? The effing night. I saw one so-called influencer using the vacuum in hard floor mode on carpet. And the thing is, you'd think they'd know they've made a mistake. Oh dear, I'm going to run out of battery. And redo it. But so many people don't even bother editing videos. I mean, fair enough. At least you're putting a video out, but you've got to learn how to edit videos, really. Wow, you look at some of my early videos, they're absolutely appalling. But you learn as you go along. Mark says, I've just done a review on my little YouTube channel on our new Dyson heater. It's not quite up to the scratch of your videos, Rog. Well, I've sold all my Dyson heaters and what's-its filters. I've got a Hoover air purifier that I got for about 80 quid. I haven't uploaded that video. It's very hard to demonstrate air purifiers and show they're working, really, unless you've got some sort of smoke, a container full of smoke, and you can turn it on. So I don't have. How many Dirt Devils do I own at the moment? Probably 2. Hello, Chrissy. John Powell, thank you for the advice. I'm going to keep running with my channel, but I do enjoy my vacuums. But I only have 10 vacuums, and I drive my wife mad, lol. Yes, but does your wife have to vacuum? If you do the vacuuming for her, swings and roundabouts. Does the UK have Kenmore? No, because Kenmore is a brand I know that was sold in Sears. Sears Kenmore. Obviously, Sears is gone now, hasn't it? Certainly, the shops have gone. I do have there branded Vacmaster. You'll know that as a Kenmore because I've seen that on Amazon.com as a Kenmore brand, but it's the same. That's a bagged version. I'll be opening that tomorrow, but you won't see it tomorrow. Look at the mess I'm showing everyone. I don't normally have this mess. This is not my house. I'm on my own, so it's a mess. This, you know, it won't be a mess in the videos. Don't worry. Ooh, probably nearly better. I only went on YouTube, folks, briefly. I was in the loft, and I've been looking for it for ages. I found that suction gauge I lost in the loft at my mum's house. I was that excited. I want to share it on YouTube, and I've ended up speaking for 156 minutes. So no, we don't have Kenmore Spring Bonnie. It's a brand we don't have, but we probably have had some Kenmore vacuums, but they won't have been branded Kenmore, such as that Vacmaster. Roger, why vacuum cleaner UK plug in and can American plug in London? Right, I'll try and translate that. I'm assuming you mean, can you use an American vacuum cleaner in London? No, you can't. Not without a step down transformer. Or was it step up? Anyway, I've got one. I've shown it on my channel before when I've shown my American imported cleaners. American vacuums operate on 120 volts and UK vacuums work on 220 to 240 volts. So if you were to take an American vacuum, I don't know what would happen actually, and I don't really want to find out. But if you took an American vacuum and put a UK plug on it, so it would plug in, and you switched it on, I don't think it would do it very good to have double the voltage. I'm not sure what would happen. Somebody might have made a video, but I'm not going to be doing that. It's bad enough when a vacuum explodes by accident. I'm not going to force a vacuum to explode on my channel. You know, I don't want to have a heart attack or soil my underpants. So they won't work. They will work. I've got plenty that do, but you have to have them plugged into this special box that takes my 240 volt supply and drops it down to 120 volts. I think Elliot's off. Oh, is it 20? Oh, crikey, it's late, isn't it? It's been a lovely chat. Everyone, as always, thanks, mods, for saving my sanity. Yes, thank you to my mods. Jason says, I've decided to get a TX2 Miele. What is a TX2 Miele? I don't know what that is. Do I have any water vacuums? No, I don't think I have any more. I had that Hoover Hydropower, I sold it. Oh, the Thomson, that can be used as a water filtration vacuum, as well as a bagged vacuum. Teresa says, we have carpet very similar to yours. It's super helpful to see how vacuums respond to yours. I was not expecting vacuuming to be so hard. You see, that's what a lot of people I've read in reviews about being hard to push, not just cylinder machines, but uprights. But you see, who's going to take their vacuum into the carpet shop and try it on the samples? And even if you did, they normally only have little square samples. It's hard to judge if by the time you've had it fitted into your living room, when it's too late then. I mean, I did that video when it was first laid, didn't I? And I put several, and I discovered then that they're not all going to work. I think the winner was probably a vintage Hoover, or it might have been a turbo power. Gregor says, I have a plush carpet and the two Hoovers I have no problem with stalling or cutting off. Well, you must have older Hoovers possibly then. Teresa can use her Dyson upright, but has to use her V11 torque on Eco. Yeah, that's what I found with all the Dyson cordless. I mean, even the corded ones, you normally have to reduce the suction, the ones that have the slider control. I've answered about the Henry Quick ages ago, William. It's due for launch around mid-September. I will be getting one. Pneumatic have contacted me a few days ago asking me where they should send it. So it's very soon. I might not get first dibs because I could be on holiday when it's launched. So I won't be able to do it as soon as it comes out. If it's next week, because I won't be able to do it in my caravan. I won't be able to have it delivered to my caravan, you see. Oh, John does all the cleaning in the house. Well, then your wife should put up or shut up, I say. She's lucky to have a man that does all the cleaning. So just, anyway, do what I do. Just sneak them in. Sneak extra vacuums in and hide them. And then, when you're using it and your wife questions, where did you get that? You just say, I've had it ages. It's just like when a lady buys loads of clothes, shoes, handbags, whatever, and the husband says, is that a new dress? And the wife says, no, I've had it at the back of my wardrobe for years. Just do that with vacuums. That's what I do. And my partner's got more shoes than Imelda Marcos, so, we all have our little quirks, don't we? Hi Roger, what's the most prized vacuum in your collection? Oh, it's very hard because that's another way of saying what's your favorite vacuum, and I never can answer that. It'll be a Hoover, probably. I mean, I'm quite pleased to have some of the new in the box. Some of the older Hoovers that I managed to get new in the box, they are pretty prized. I can't name one. I've got a more or less new in the box Constellation. I've got a new in the box Celebrity, more or less new in the box Senior, Turbo Masters, Sensatronics. So I can't name one, but it's some of the older ones that I was lucky enough to get new in the box. They're probably the most prized. Oh, my stomach's rumbling. You are very late, William. Yes, for the latecomers, I'm at my mum's house. I started a quick stream. I was going to go on for 10 minutes to show everyone that I've managed to find the long lost suction gauge in my mum's loft. And then I ended up showing other things and coming downstairs. And it's gone on. These chats go on for far longer than they're supposed to. I don't know anyone would watch one of these back if they don't catch it live. There are no current Henry or Hettys with double buttons. I assume you mean twin speed. You have to get second-hand ones. But all the current models are single speed only, as far as I know. The energy label cleaning test is performed on a 100% Wilton wool, mostly with an automatic test rig. Push force isn't always considered with manufacturers. Well, the difficulty pushing vacuums was made worse with the EU regulations and the having to get for a manufacturer who wanted to get a good grade for carpet and floor cleaning, they redesigned the nozzle. So basically they did that so they get the good rating for pickup, but they used, as some of you might remember, they just clamp on full power. They just clamp themselves to the floor. You can hardly push them. For a vacuum cleaner to pick up, you need airflow. And if the nozzles are designed to pass the tests and get a good rating, but you can't push them, then they're not going to pick up. You need air to flow through that carries the dirt into the machine. So it's obviously if they're sort of clamping themselves to the carpet, you're not going to get the airflow. And yeah, that was, for a time, that was really, really bad. If I think back at some of the early videos I've done, some you could not push on maximum, you could not move those. They should have introduced an Olympic sport where, you get muscle men trying to push various vacuums. Don't bother with shot put, try and push this vacuum. They are better than they were, but this, you know, turbo heads make a difference for ease of pushing, and especially, of course, better motorized heads on a cylinder. Oh, I think Daisy's next to me. She's just broken wind, but it was a fairly quiet one. Mark says, still going to view other appliances other than vacuums. Enjoyed the dishwasher. Well, yes, when I get round to it. I've got a new air fryer / oven. I might make a video of that, and got a few more laundry things to show you, not just full-size washers, some other little laundry type things. I hope to make an update on my Miele dishwasher that's over 6 years old now. And at some point, maybe next year, I might get a new dishwasher, so I'll obviously show that. So yes, but I hope I will show a few more bits when I get round to it. Teresa says, Ian definitely does vacuum more because of your videos, so I guess I should thank you for that. Yeah, well, in my day, well, in my dad's day, men didn't push the vacuum. My dad never pushed a vacuum, ever. But then again, I was pushing the vacuums around our house. Richie says, loved the Nilco 275 video. What a beast. I was scared of that vacuum when I was in nursery school. I'm 38 now. They used to chase me with it. Yeah, I sold that one, the beast. Something was quite scary about it. But I think I was scared of Hoover Seniors as a child with the noise they made and the headlight. They did look a bit menacing. Oh, well, if you both work from home, that's awkward too. I mean, my partner works from home sometimes, and when he's working from home, he has to do Zoom meetings and he's on the phone, and I feel I can't really make videos when he's in the house. So that does stop me quite a lot. So every morning I say, are you going to work today? And he says, yes. I said, no, I mean, are you really going to work? Are you going to leave the house and go into the office? So he did start writing it on the calendar when he's going to be at work, so I could plan, right, he's going out today, I'll make a video or two. But yeah, every time I see him sat on the chair in his bedroom, I think, oh no, with his laptop, I think, oh, I swear under my breath. But we managed to get by. I managed to fit videos in. But yeah, if I lived on my own, I would be churning out far more stuff because I'd have no one else to consider. But I think I'd rather have someone else in the house than being, you know, although I'd put more videos up, I'd be on my own. So I'd rather compromise and have someone there, at least someone to drive me around whenever I want to. Hello, are you still there? I'll have to go shortly. Anyway, my battery went completely, obviously. I was not intending on being here for so long, and I got warnings that I was losing battery, and I had to run upstairs to the loft, get my charger and plug myself in. So I'll just finish off any comments and then finish this stream. I've only got 19 folk watching now. I think I've lost a lot of people. Right. Let's try and get back to where I was. Leon, how's your decluttering going, Roger? I recently watched all your Swedish Death series and found it very still a work in progress. I wouldn't have much clutter if it wasn't for vacuum cleaners, to be honest. I don't own, well, I still have a lot of other stuff, but the vacuums are the worst. It's an ongoing thing. Chris is currently doing the vacuuming for my mom. After Dark 3, the only Euro restriction / advisory we had in the States was your noise level ratings. Some of our machines are still super loud. So that was good. I agreed with the noise level. The wattage restriction, I think they went too far. 900 watts is the maximum now. I think they should have, because they phased it in, didn't they? I think it started at 1600 watt max, maybe, or was it 1200? It was getting silly in Europe and UK. There were vacuum cleaners 2400 watts and more. It was wasteful energy, and they didn't necessarily perform better, but I think they went a little bit too far. I think 1200 watts would have been a good limit rather than the 900 watt that we have. And even though the UK has left the EU, we're supposed to have left it, those rules are still in place, and I expect they will remain in place. Pipster, I wish push force was added to the energy label to reflect the cleaning grade, or maybe have that as part of the. Well, I think the energy label's gone, as far as I know. It's not shown. I've had many new vacuums, and it's hardly late. You know, they used to be on the boxes, and they're not on boxes anymore. I think they still have to be under 900 watts. They still have to be under 80 decibels. But as far as the filtration and the performance grading, I don't think that's shown anymore. There was something, I don't know what's happened, but it was quite flawed. I think Dyson complained about it rather a lot. So it's a fairly flawed thing. So yeah, I agree keeping the vacuums quieter was good. And I agree to a certain extent about reducing the wattage, but as I said, it's a bit too much. Saying that, I mean, like, I think I did try a 620 watt Henry against a 1200 watt, and I think the 620 watt had about the same suction. So it is possible to increase the efficiency and still have the performance without, the high wattage. But yes, some of my best performing vacuums obviously are very low wattage. I'm talking about the older machines. Keith has just got an air fryer oven too. Well, I've got a Shark. Oh, I got a Ninja one. I think Shark gave me that. I didn't have to review it. I reviewed it online. I didn't have to make a video. I still use that occasionally, but I've now gone, because there was a good offer in it, I've now bought a Tefal one that looks more like an oven with a drop-down door. Obviously, it's a tabletop thing, and it's got shelves in it. It arrived before I came here, so I haven't opened it yet. So it is more like a mini oven, but it's an air fryer as well, and it's a dehydrator. I think it's got a rotisserie in it, which I'll never use. But I thought it's good because you can cook more things at the same time. My air fryer, you're a bit restricted. You can do chips in it, but it's hard to do chips and a vegetable burger in it at the same time, and etc. So I thought one of the more traditional looking mini ovens, but it's also air fryer with the shelves, I'll be able to cook multiple items at the same time. It's got a glass window so I can see what's going on. And the reason I decided to try one of those was because of all this talk about energy bills, because I normally put the big oven on and you've got to wait 10 minutes or so for it to reach temperature. And then you're putting on a big oven just for, maybe one pizza or one ready meal. And it's using a lot of electricity. So I thought one of these mini air fryer oven type things, you don't have to preheat them. So I was just thinking about saving some electricity, And I did use the air fryer a fair bit anyway, the Ninja one. Do I remember the Brave Little Toaster film with the Kirby? Well, I'm aware of it. I've never watched it. Don't really want to. Yes, everyone's realizing my battery died. Yes. Remember you in a big box of Kirby vacuum? Yes, it came in a very big box and it had loads of packaging peanuts in. I had to climb in the box. Yes, I'm on mains power. I'm no longer cordless, Mark. Yes, I'm tethered to the mains. Oh, I thought John Powell said he's going off to watch Married with Children. He's married with children. He's not going to watch Married with Children with Al and Peggy. And what were the children's name? Bud. Was it Bud? Can't remember the girl's name. Marcy was one of the next door neighbours, wasn't she? Was it Steve and Marcy? That was quite funny. And then, of course, Al went on to marry an Hispanic lady, much younger than himself, in Modern Family, which I did enjoy at the time. After Dark 3, the super stringent wattage restriction is a bit foolish. Although in the US, we are obviously limited to 1500 watts. Yeah, but you're limited because of your voltage, aren't you? But you're not limited due to government restrictions. Where can I buy shark tools, says Das Senna. Well, normally the best place is direct from Shark's website, or you could try Amazon or eBay. Ooh, we're getting the trolls in. Ellis Fletcher, I'd love to see a DC14 or DC7 on your channel. Don't hold your breath. Ellis Fletcher? I'm sure there's plenty of DC14s and DC07 videos on YouTube, but I doubt you'll be seeing one on my channel. That's where my fear came from, the Nilco 275 at nursery, because of that film, the Kirby sucked everything up. Mark Forrest says, I was on a flight with Peg Bundy once. She was quite demanding to the crew. That's not a real name, though, is it? I've forgotten what a real name is. I've actually got a music CD of hers who's got quite a good singing voice. I can't remember her name. I only discovered she had a good singing voice because she voiced a character on Futurama, didn't she? And there was a section in a Futurama episode where the character was singing. So I thought, whoa, this lady doing the voiceover must have a good singing voice. So I discovered that she did actually sing and had some albums out. I've forgotten her name now. I can remember her heaving bosom, and she never really did much housework or cooking, did she? I don't know what she did. Crikey, that's a long time ago that Married with Children was on the TV. I've got the box set. I've not watched many of them. Apparently, Mark Forrest, another person that was pretty demanding, pretty nasty to cabin crew was Cilla Black. I think the website's still there. I don't look at it now. There's a website called Digital Spy with all sorts on it, and there was a section with cabin crew dishing the dirt on various celebrities that they'd served, and they were either saying if this celebrity was nice or this celebrity was nasty, and there was an awful lot of cabin crew saying things about Cilla Black, and Cilla Black even used the line, "Do you know who I am?" If you're going to be, if you want to be famous, I'm afraid, you really have to be nice to the people that made you famous. No matter how annoying, just, you know. Must be awful for someone. I know if someone met me, they'd think, oh, he's awful. But must be awful for someone who sort of idolized a singer or an actor or whatever, and then they've met them and they've been horrible to them. So never meet your idols, they say. I've met a few famous folk, but completely blanked them. I pretended I didn't know who they were. Barbara Windsor was one. Richard Whiteley. Some of you won't know who these people are. But I've met Barbara Dixon and chatted with her a few times. Beth Nielsen Chapman, the singer. I'm going to see her in a few weeks. Probably some other famous folk, I don't know. It's embarrassing for me. I have been recognised a few, not many, a few times. Someone's come up to me and said my name, and I have no idea who they are, and it's very odd. Chrissy, Married with Children was a funny show. Well, I'm sure it's still funny if you watch the reruns or get the DVD. Teresa's obviously well brought up if her parents didn't allow her to watch Married with Children. I don't suppose. I think for people watching that in the UK, I think I don't know if I'm right here, but I think Married with Children was a bit more accurate representation of a average American family. Is it? You'll have to tell me, because we're used to watching Dallas, Dynasty, all those glossy soaps in the 80s. But even normal shows, they all seem to depict American people with huge houses. I know, on the whole, Americans live in larger homes than we do in the UK. And so the house in Married with Children was, not that big, and it was a bit tatty. It was completely different to, the gloss of Dallas and Dynasty and all that. So perhaps it was a bit more realistic, and maybe some American people might think we all live like Downton Abbey, but the reality is it's more like Keeping Up Appearances. Some of us might live like Daisy and Onslow, and some of us do live in a house like or bungalow like Hyacinth. But this is where we get our impressions, isn't it, of other countries through the TV. But of course, now anyone on YouTube, we can see a lot more, and I think you get a more wider picture of what it's like to live in a different country, especially from YouTube, when you're seeing real homes that people live in, not sets. But yeah, I used to watch Dallas and Dynasty. Flamingo Road, that's long forgotten. I don't know if any of you remember Flamingo Road. Didn't last that long, but I remember staying up very late. It was shown on BBC One very, very late. I was still at school, but I remember watching Flamingo Road on my black and white portable when I should have been in bed, asleep. Let's get back. Oh yes, I remember Who's the Boss, Teresa. That was good. Was it with Tony Danza, wasn't it? We got a UK version of that called The Upper Hand. That was it. But it was based on Who's the Boss. It was the same scenario with the male housekeeper. He had a daughter, lived in with the career woman, and her mother appeared a lot. And they ended up, after many, many series, they ended up getting married. But yes, that was based on Who's the Boss. But we did also have Who's the Boss in the UK. And of course, Different Strokes. We were brought up in a lot of American shows. What do I reckon to the new Prime Minister and Pretty Useless going? Well, Pretty, what a I know it's not spelt pretty, but she's far from it. Have you ever seen Pretty's lower half, or the most unusually shaped woman? To be honest, they all pee in the same pot. It doesn't matter who's in charge. They all promise, they never deliver. I haven't really followed it. I know Truss. I mean, I can't bear Sunak. I couldn't bear to even listen to hear his voice. So she's preferable to Sunak, but they're all puppets, aren't they? Doesn't matter who it is. Could be Jack the Ripper. I couldn't stand Boris either. I mean, I just don't like anyone. If you want to be a politician, you're not a nice person. Everyone except the cleaners and the caterers and whoever, the people running the building of the Houses of Parliament, except them. But any member of Parliament who sits on those green benches, they're scum of the earth as far as I'm concerned. They're not interested in the public, and they're completely out of touch. That's my opinion. So it makes no odds to me who is in charge. Mark Forrest says, on the same flight, I was sitting at the bar, as you do, with an actress from Days of Their Lives. She lived next door to O.J. Simpson. Now, who thinks he did it? Crikey, that takes me. I watched all of that trial, They showed that on Sky, I think. He was as guilty as sin, in my opinion. If the glove don't fit, then it's time to, what was it? I can't remember. If the glove don't fit, it's time to acquit. Was that the famous phrase? It was very like a soap opera, that trial. But that was very odd. I wonder what vacuum Alan Peggy had. Well, it wouldn't have been it would have been a very old machine, old and battered one. So Roseanne, I remember seeing a Hoover Quick Broom at Roseanne's, and I think she might have had a Hoover Dynamomatic at one stage. I know Samantha from Bewitched had a Hoover Dynamomatic. Well, Mark's heard about Scylla too. Yeah. You see, you can never when you see someone on TV or on YouTube, you can never know how they really are unless you've met them. I mean, I try to be fairly normal as I am, but I'm really quite shy, to be honest, in real life, quite shy. But yeah, there's no need for it. Anyway, Scylla's gone, hasn't she? I didn't mind Scylla. I watched her shows, what's it, Blind Date and Surprise! Ellis, have you ever seen any fans in real life or been? Yeah, not many. Fairly recently at a car show, we passed the car and a lady said, "Hello, Roger," and I was, "What? Ooh," and I thought, "Oh crikey, I don't know who this person is. Did I work with them?" So I just had to say, "Oh, I'm sorry. Do I know you?" I said. She said, "Oh no, but I watch you on YouTube." And I said, "Which channel?" And she said, "Both." And it was very embarrassing. And then I was at a comedy show in Manchester a few years back, and a chap sat in the row in front of me, turns round and says, "Are you a basic?" I said, "Yes." And in the interval, had a bit of a chat, and he got a selfie with me. And in a supermarket, a little kid walked by and said, "Hello, Abesic." Oh, and then another occasion I was eating chips at some coastal resort somewhere, and a lady came up to me and asked if I was the chappie from YouTube. So probably I can count on one hand. If I went out more, I might get recognised more. Gregors, in the last video you mentioned what we would like to see in the next video. Maybe we could see the classic Hoover maneuver. Oh, I don't think I could do those moves anymore. That was years ago. Oh, Teresa, that's a shame. So Married with Children wasn't accurate. Oh, but Roseanne was pretty close to a standard house. Oh dear, what? It doesn't sound, Teresa, it doesn't sound like you were allowed to watch much at all. The Brady Bunch, I suppose, were you allowed to watch that? Oh yes, I remember we had Home Improvement, wasn't it, Chris, with Tim the Tool. I did watch that, but not because I particularly enjoyed it. But I sort of had a little crush on the bearded bloke. I can't remember his name. That's the only reason I watched it. Home Improvement, yes. Daz says, Roger, I was just watching your other video from where you were live streaming the other day. You are so right what you were said on it. Oh, I think I had to take that. Well, I didn't delete it, but I didn't leave that live stream up. That went on for hours. Hello, David from Canada. Oh dear. What do you think of Mr. Trudeau? He's not very popular amongst certain people over here, even though we don't live in Canada. I don't care for Mr. Trudeau. Oh yes, that's right. As soon as that Roland rat was pointed out, someone pointed it out on Twitter, I think, Sunak. And yeah, that's what I thought when I could bear to glance at his face. I thought, ooh, rat fins! With his billionaire wife. And Katie Hopkins says he's about 4 foot tall. I think he's taller than that. But he has to be photographed and filmed at certain angles so he doesn't look too small, apparently. And they gave him the nickname Dishy Rishi. I thought, what? I wouldn't say Dishy. I don't know what we'd call him. Anyway, hopefully he'll disappear into oblivion. But no, I don't get. I don't vote anymore. There's no point. Well, I didn't mind Maggie. I think it depended where you lived. Obviously, I was still at school when Maggie came into power, and the 80s was a bit of a mixed bag. We had unemployment and mines closing. So if you lived in a mining community, obviously you hated Maggie. If you were a yuppie, you thought she was okay, but I was still at school. But I didn't mind her at the time, but yeah, I don't know. She had more balls, didn't she, than most of the male politicians. And I certainly enjoyed Spitting Image at the time that Margaret Thatcher was Prime Minister. I'm filming some bits and doings videos while I'm here, so I'll probably be putting some bits and doings videos up. I said I don't really remember the Brady Bunch much. Again, we did get it, but I seem to remember it was quite a wholesome thing, wasn't it? Oh, Leave It to Beaver. Oh, so that was a real thing. I almost mentioned Leave It to Beaver, but I thought, was that a real thing? Because it sounds a bit rude. Connor says, hi, hope you're well. How are the dogs? Well, they're asleep. I'm not at home, as you might be able to see. Oh, there's Molly. there's Daisy. And I've got my mum's dog, Millie, in the kitchen. There's a vacuum I'm going to unbox tomorrow. You won't see it tomorrow, though. But I'm going to be opening that tomorrow. Jason says, why am I up at 12:03 in the morning? I don't know. It's not that time, is it? Blimey, it is. Is it? See, I did a live stream on my other channel. I think I spoke for 6 hours and it felt like 6 minutes. Well, not quite, but no, I started this live stream 196 minutes ago from my mum's loft because I was that excited. I had to share my excitement with my viewers because I'd actually found my long lost suction gauge. And the story is, and I knew this would happen, it's what they call Sod's Law. Today, because you can't buy them in the UK, I haven't found them, you have to go them to America. So Amazon.com sells them for $99. And I kept thinking, shall I buy one? I can't find it, and kept putting it off. And then I went on Amazon.com today and it had been reduced to $79. And I thought, oh, I'm just going to have to buy one. So I bought it. So with charges, it cost me about £100 for this little thing. And I thought, I bet I find it. And yeah, lo and behold, a few hours after I ordered it, I found it in the loft. Fortunately, I got onto Amazon. It hadn't been dispatched. I managed to cancel it. So I've saved myself £100. I was that excited. And I thought, I must share it. So I tried going on Instagram, couldn't go on live. Tried on Facebook, couldn't get that to work. So I thought, well, I'll try YouTube. And here I am still talking. Been answering a lot of questions and having a nice chat because I'm all alone at the moment, so I've no one else to talk to. Greggles Magic, Leave It to Beaver represented the life of the 50s and 60s. Roseanne is actually a modern version of how American life is. Yes, well, Roseanne was one of the few American shows where I thought, crikey, I live in a better house than Roseanne. Because previously we all watched shows where the American people lived in huge houses and mansions and ranches. And to see, a normal working class, white collar family, yeah, it was good. I did enjoy watching Roseanne back in the day. Channel 4 in the UK showed Roseanne. So I watched them all. It went a bit silly, didn't it? She won the lottery, didn't she? And there was didn't Jennifer Saunders and Joanna Lumley make a guest appearance in one episode? It got a bit silly. But I enjoyed a lot of American shows. I loved Friends, Frasier. Okay, there's so many. And yeah, I watched Dallas and Dynasty. I mean, we had Batman when I was growing up, and Bewitched. Addams Family, I didn't really like that. Laurel and Hardy. Ooh, so many things. So we were always watching American shows, in the UK, and I'm sure you got some of the shows from over here as well. I wonder if there's a built-in vacuum for static caravans. I doubt it. There's nothing to stop someone putting a built-in vacuum in a static caravan, but I think that's an overkill. Jason Burns, have you been to the USA? I've only been to Florida. I live in Rochdale. Yes, I've been to Florida. 20 odd years ago, I went to Florida with a friend who's no longer a friend, a long time ago. I did all the Disney things. Well, I wasn't really into it, but my friend was. So we stayed in a hotel on International Drive in Orlando. and did all the Disney parks, you know, Magic Kingdom. And when we went, it was the first month that Disney Animal Kingdom theme park opened. And I think we went to Paramount Studios. So this is how old it is. This will date it. At the Universal, that's it, Universal Studios, that was it. In Universal Studios, there was a mock-up of Ellen's By the Book bookstore. So obviously that won't be there anymore, because that was obviously when Ellen had her sitcom gone right off her. I used to enjoy that, but I can't watch it now because I don't like Ellen anymore. And then I also, apart from doing the Disney things, we travelled a bit further far, and went to a place called Busch Gardens, which I believe is no longer there either. And then there was some other theme park with big roller coasters, and I can't remember what it was called, but it was, you know, it had bigger roller coasters than the Disney ones. I can't remember what that was called. Such a long time ago. Actually, folks, there is a bit of video of that trip on my Roger's Bits and Doing channel. Yeah, there is. There is some footage of my trip to Florida. See, if you want to see that, it's on Bits and Doings. Old Crankman, oh boy, I had a meltdown with my vacuum today. I was changing a belt on my Hoover runabout, and I was so upset. Why? Why were you upset? Mark loved Bewitched. Yes, I quite liked it. I wouldn't say loved it, but I probably saw most of them. I saw when the husband changed and the Tabitha coming along, and the mother-in-law, wasn't it, and all that palaver. I like watching that sort of era of American show. Just I like looking at the sort of interiors, and obviously you spotted the odd vacuum and things, didn't you? Yeah. There's a film, or what was it called? A really good film that depicts America. I think it was in the 50s. Oh, I can hear my mum's dogs. She's dreaming. She's barking in her sleep. Oh, was it called Far From Heaven? I think it was. Was it Julianne or Juliette Moore? And she played a typical sort of 50s perfect American housewife, kept an absolutely perfect home, had perfect kids, so-called perfect husband. Turned out the husband, I think the husband might have been played by Kevin Costner. Anyway, it's a good film if you haven't seen it. But it was in an era when certain things were illegal, and her husband was indulging in, he had a double life, let's say. Trying to not be too graphic about what this film was about, because although it's after midnight now, it might not be when somebody's watching it back. So yeah, the husband was up to no good, and then the wife took solace with her black gardener, which at the time, in those times, it wasn't, the white folks didn't mix with the black folks. You know, it was that era where black people were just basically gardeners and maids and servants for the white people. Um, and they looked after their kids. Like that film, The Help, that's another good one, when the maid made a pie out of a certain, you know, you'll know what I mean if you've seen it. So yeah, I love that sort of era, the 50s, American 50s films. But I love the 50s as a decade to watch, you know, UK 50s things. It was a very different time to the world we live in now. Yeah, Ellen, well, they call her Ellen DeGenerate. I liked Ellen back in the 90s with the sitcom. and then I did watch a bit of her Ellen show, and then I found out things about her, and I didn't really agree with some of the things she did. Didn't agree with the politics. So yeah, I completely changed my mind about someone. They really sort of fell from grace in my eyes. Did I ever watch My Family? No, never. I didn't like it. Don't know why. I liked most sitcoms, but My Family never really. I didn't really get into it. I didn't find any of the people in it worth watching, to be honest. Roger, what about Monsters TV show? I'm not sure what that's referring to, Daz. All in the Family. I think All in the Family was based on a UK sitcom. I can't remember which one though. Was All in the Family Archie Bunker? Wasn't it Man About the House? Was it? I know there was an American sitcom based on Man About the House. I don't know if it was All in the Family. They even did a version of Steptoe and Son, I think, in America called Stamford and Son. And they even tried to do an American in-betweener, so I don't think that was very successful. Which was great, very similar. Yeah, didn't really get into I Dream of Jeannie. We did get that as well in the UK. Hello, Isabella. Connor, good night, Roger. Hope you have a good night. It's have to go to start a new job tomorrow. Oh, well, good night, Connor, and good luck with your new job. I think Daz was referring to the Munsters. No, I never really watched the Munsters. Probably because it was black and white, but I didn't watch things like that. I did watch a lot of sitcoms, but I always prefer sitcoms that were sort of domestic based in family sitcoms. But no, we got those shows, but cracky, we even had the Osmonds in the 70s. Donnie and Marie and the Osmonds. That was popular back in the day when I was a kid. But yeah, Dallas and Dynasty were all in the 80s were very popular. I think I preferred Dynasty myself, but I watched them all. I don't think it was very well known, but I enjoyed the sitcom The Smoking Room. That rings a bell. I'm not sure if I got into it. If you do you remember, oh, what was that sitcom set in the pub? Early Doors. Yeah, that was quite good. But that's fairly, it's not as well known as something like the Royal Family sitcom. Oh, this, yeah, that light, I showed it earlier. It looks far, far better in real life. Trust me. I'm looking at it over my iPad. It looks far better. I got that from QVC in the UK, and it says on air, that one. They do one that says love, home, bar, and disco, different color ones. But it's yeah, trust me, that looks awful on screen. It really doesn't do it justice. When you see it in real life, the letters, they don't look red, they are bright red, and it's got a white lit frame. But those letters, they look white on my screen, but they are a very vibrant red color in real life. Right, crikey, I'm gonna have to go to bed, folks. It's after midnight. Right, well, the dogs are fast asleep. Oh, I've just realised I've got to put my bedding on because Molly was sick on my bed this morning. So I had to wash the duvet and the cover. So I've got to make my bed before I get into it. Oh, I hate it. Don't you hate that when you're tired and you realise you've not made your bed? You've not put your new sheets on? So, yeah, I'll have to go. Oh, quickly. What's your least favourite vacuum? I can't. Oh, I can't remember. I don't know. There's been so many. Possibly the I did a goblin one that I couldn't push on my carpet at all. It was that bad. The goblin upright. Possibly that one. But that would be fairly high up. Right. Yep. What was going to be a quick, I always do this, what was going to be a quick chat has turned out to be 211 minutes. So thanks, thanks to the mods and to Shannon, um, who left earlier, who I gave a wrench to. But that did help, having the mods, because I don't have very many mods. I don't do live very often. But obviously the mods I already had weren't watching the live, so I did promote Free Folk to moderators, and they've done a good job. Because the early part of this was, the chat was a bit hard to keep up with. A lot of silly comments and constantly being asked to do things. I was trying to keep up. So anyway, yeah, the mods have really helped out. So yes, thank you for that. And yes, I'll go. I'll probably leave this up if anyone's got 212 minutes to watch this, if they want to, if they've got nothing better to do. I'll leave it up on YouTube. I don't think I've said anything too controversial. So, time for bed. Enjoy the rest of your day if it's daytime where you are, or have a nice sleep if it's time for your bed as well. I'm going to go. So it's goodbye for me and goodbye from the dogs who are fast asleep. See you soon.